Defend the Indefensible, episode 79, where Trump supporters come up and do what they do best. Despite the seemingly never-ending, unlimited support for the GOP has from the average Republican conservative leaning base, there's a growing number of them who are just as much dissatisfied with the actions of this administration, and we are here to talk to them daily about what exactly made them get off the MAGA plantation. This live is a safe space, if you will, to come up here and express what made you regret your vote for Trump. Was it his rhetoric? Was it his policies or directives? Tell me what it is. And if you're a Trump supporter who does regret their vote, this live is the platform for you to come up here and express it with minimal judgment. And if you are a Trump supporter who does not regret their vote, you still think he's doing an exceptional job, you may request up in the box as well. I can give you several reasons as to why you should regret it. W's in the chat to Mel for the whale diving. I actually think that's, whatchamacallit? One more? We have one more gift in the gift gallery? We should have one more gift in the gift gallery. Mark, do you vote for Donald Trump?
Yeah, always. Yep.
Always. Fascinating. And do you regret your vote?
Why would I?
It's not the answer. That's not the question, but.
No. Absolutely not. No.
Gotcha.
Someone's got to keep the Democrats in check.
Sure. And you think Donald Trump, the guy who was a Democrat up until the last decade, is the guy to do it? Fascinating. Okay, cool.
Trump is good.
Trump is good. Cool. Define good.
Keeping the Democrats under control.
Okay. What does that mean? Thank you, Maze, for the meteor shower. I think that clears the rest of the gift gallery. Gift gallery is cleared for the rest of the week. Thank you guys so much for your gifts. I appreciate you. Double tap the screen just as much as you're doing that. Do all the other things. Knock out the 1 cent gift goals. Reshare the live, all that shit. Okay. What does that mean to keep the Democrats in check?
Without President Trump, what would the Democrats talk about?
Okay. So I asked you a question, and answering with a question isn't clarifying your point. So I'm going to try this again. You say Donald Trump is keeping Democrats in check. I'm asking you, how is he doing that?
Because he's the president. He's doing what we voted for. We voted for sanity and common sense, and now we have it.
Okay. Can you tell me what is common sense and sane about creating a $1.8 billion fund to give taxpaying dollars to criminals convicted of an insurrection?
Sure, after you tell me how many genders there are.
How many genders? There's several. Cool. Can you answer my question?
And God created Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve.
So can you tell me what is sane about giving money, taxpayer dollars, to criminals?
Define criminals.
Define criminals. People convicted of.
Oh, you're talking about the January 6th.
Assaulting police officers, smearing shit on the walls.
Chuck Schumer called it the erection. Your own party guy, Chuck Schumer, called January 6th the erection.
I don't really care what he called it. Can you answer my question?
How many genders are there?
I literally answered that question already. Can you
answer it again?
I don't think I will.
Male and female.
Tell me exactly what is sane about giving money to criminals? Because wasn't that you guys'
He
entire
didn't give money
argument,
to any criminals.
You guys keep making complaints. He's trying to. You guys kept making complaints that Democrats want criminals. I'm sorry. Is Ukraine a bunch of criminals? Is Zelensky a criminal? Is Zelensky a criminal?
Biden gave billions of dollars to Ukraine.
Is Zelensky a criminal?
Yeah, he is. Check out his game. Check him out.
What makes Zelensky a criminal?
Stealing money.
What money did he steal, and from who?
From your chief, Sleepy Joe
How did
Biden.
Zelensky steal money from Joe Biden?
Well, Joe Biden willingly gave it to Zelensky.
Oh, wait, okay, well, hold on. So first it was steal, now it's a game. So you lied.
No, you lied. Who's your president, sir?
Didn't lie.
Who's your president?
You can keep asking questions, or you can
No.
engage
Who's your
in the
president,
conversation.
sir?
You've been doing a whole bunch of random. I
Donald
need you
Trump
to stick on one point. You're very strange and super hyper. I don't know how much sugar you had today. You probably should have toned that down. Your daddy should have given you some water instead. I need you to answer simple, bare minimum, basic questions. You keep dancing all over the place. I'm going to need you to use that big, intelligent brain, the common sense sanity brain that you said you voted for, and I need you to answer this question. Can you tell me what's sane about trying to give criminals who stormed the Capitol on January 6, 2021, money, recompense, reparations, if you will? Can you tell me what's sane about rewarding criminals for their behavior?
Were they armed when they did what they did?
Yes, individuals were armed on January
With guns?
6th.
Did they have guns?
Yes, individuals were armed on January 6th.
No, you review the footage.
They literally were.
You
This
saw
is well
fake
documented.
news. You saw
What did you
fake
see? I'm
news,
sorry, what
sir.
did you see?
Sir?
What did you see?
You let the media create your narrative.
What did you see?
You let
What
the
did you
media
say?
create your narrative.
What did you see?
I saw Donald J. Trump as elected in 2024.
Got you. We're talking about
God.
January 6th.
2024.
Donald Trump was hiding in the
Donald
White
Trump
House
is
for
your
roughly
president.
almost 4 hours doing
Praise
absolutely
God.
nothing. So
Chuck
can you answer
Schumer
the
called
question
it the
now?
erection.
Would you
Chuck
like to
Schumer
answer
called
the question now?
January 6th, the
Would
erection.
you like to answer the question now?
Who's your president?
Did Chuck
Sir, who's your president?
call Jan 6
Sir, who's your president?
erection?
Donald Trump is your president.
Oh, so are you talking about the slip up where he said erection instead of insurrection?
Did he say it or didn't he say it?
I'm asking you, is this slip up what you're referencing?
Oh, he slipped up. Oh,
Yeah, I don't know why you're worried about him
Precious.
saying erection.
the erection.
Why are
He
you so
said
concerned
it.
about erections?
Why deny it?
Why are you so... Who denied it?
Why are you denying he
No one
said
denied
it?
it.
Well, he's
If you listen closely to the words coming out of my mouth instead of rambling like a fucking buffoon, I don't know where you heard me deny anything. I just don't care. A slip up of the tongue,
Sir.
which he quickly corrected, is irrelevant to me. I know you
Happy
guys like
Trump Day.
erections. You probably have one right now.
Happy
I'm
Trump
here to
Day.
talk about politics and not white men's penises. Okay? Would you like to engage in the conversation or keep screaming? Which one do you want to do?
blah.
Robin, did you vote for Trump?
For hope for the next person that hears the words you cancer.
This giving day, triple your impact.
Robin, did you vote for Trump?
No.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Trump supporters request up in the box. You are the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, you can call the number on screen, 737-295-5321. They're off their meds today, bro. Debbie's in the chat to Priscilla for the dollar cash app. That Valley girl, a stoner. LOL. Thank you, Valerie, for the epic pianist. I've never seen that one before. That's a very pretty gift. WCU, thank you so much. Yeah, I don't know what that was, Priscilla, but I appreciate your support. I don't know what that was, but I appreciate your support. Guys, best way to support the platform is going to be links in the bio. If you'd like to donate to the Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo directly, Hector Talks with 2 R's on Cash App and Venmo. PayPal, Hector Pal with 2 O's and 2 R's. If you're over on the Tube side, you may send a super chat or a super sticker. I love how the takeaway from his speech on January 6th was a slip up of erection. Really strange.
Fake donations again.
How close you are. I'm sorry, what?
You got those fake donations again, bro.
What is up with you guys believing that my donations are fake?
You're reading off the flight.
Okay. I'm gonna entertain you. I'm gonna entertain you. Say my donations were fake. Say every few minutes or so I lied about the money that I'm making on this platform directly through donations just to make people think that I'm big.
You're
or important or
schizophrenic,
something.
dude.
Let's say that's true. Let's say you're true. Let's say you're correct. How does that take away from the fact that you, allegedly, I believe, support Donald Trump and that Donald Trump is ruining the country and that you're not getting what you voted for? How does that change that information?
Nice pivot, bro.
No, I'm not pivoting. I literally
It
said,
was
I
literally-
engage in a
it was
hypothetical.
literally
Say
a
you're
pivot.
correct and my donations
I
are
made a
fraudulent.
statement.
Can you tell me how that changes the fact that Trump supporters are regretting their vote and more than ever because Donald Trump is quite literally failing the country?
I
Can you
made
tell me how
a
that
statement. I said that you read fake donations, and your reply was, "What about Trump?"
No, that wasn't my
you got some
reply. It
TDS,
seems like
bro.
you missed
Not gonna
keywords.
lie.
You missed a lot of words. You missed a lot of words out of that.
TDS.
Hold on. Cheeky, check the comment I'm about to leave. Check the comment I'm about to leave. So again, I literally said, say my donations were fake. How does that change the fact that Donald Trump is ruling the country? Waiting for an answer.
Nice pivot. I'm still waiting for your answer to my
I literally
question.
did.
You literally did.
I'm sorry. How am I supposed to answer you're reading fake donations? How am I supposed to answer that?
Just admit that you are.
Admit that I am? So you want me to lie?
No, I want you to tell the truth.
You want me to lie? Okay. How do you know that my donations are fake?
You just tell
Come on.
by your tone.
You can tell by my
just
tone.
tell.
My tone tells you that it's fake?
Yes.
Can you tell me what that fake tone is?
Your eyes goes everywhere when you read your shit off the screen.
My eyes go everywhere. I have 2 different monitors and a few different things I have to manage. I know you don't know what it's like to be a content creator and have different things to manage because you have no life. But we have a bunch
Sure.
of different things to do here.
Sure,
So
sure.
Ken,
You
can
know-
you
you know
substantiate how my
zero
donations
about
are fake? I just need you to articulate how my donations are fake. That's all I need you to do. Waiting.
I heard you're a liar, so I just.
You
guessed
heard
you
I'm a
lied.
liar? Who did
Yeah.
you hear that I'm a liar from?
From Dean Withers.
From Dean Withers. Dean Withers doesn't even know who the fuck I am. Nice try. Can you give me an argument, please? Because this isn't working for you. Give me an
I
argument.
support Donald J. Trump because he pressured members of NATO to, instead of spend 2% of their spending on defense, they practically doubled it, more than doubled it by 5%. At least admitting that they will.
Is this you pivoting now, by the way? Is this you pivoting?
You just asked me why I support Donald J. Trump.
Oh no, I'm just going
giving
down
a
your
reason.
line of logic. I'm going down your line of logic. You're pivoting now.
You want to debate or you want to do some pussy shit, bro?
I want you to stop pivoting.
I gave you one reason and you cut me off.
I need to let you know something. I'm not taking this conversation seriously. Would you like to know why I'm not taking this conversation seriously?
Because
You're not a
and called you
serious
liar.
person. That's why. You came up here, you're refusing to engage,
I tried
and now
lying to
you're
you.
trying to because you realize that your fake dono joke didn't fucking land well, and now you're trying to debate. But I promise you don't know shit about fuck when it comes to politics.
I'm sure you don't
you like me to
know
prove it?
about fuck. Is that
Shit
even
about
like...
fuck. Shit about fuck. Shit about fuck.
Yeah, bro.
Never heard that
you're
before?
saying that I don't know anything.
Never heard that before?
You talk like a fucking 8-year-old, bro.
I talk like an 8-year-old?
Yes,
Interesting.
dude. You're cursing for like the first time.
Oh, is that how that sounds to you?
It sounds
Cool.
like you're cursing for
Cool
the first
beans.
time.
Cheeky, I need you to confirm. So what would you like to talk about with Trump? Go ahead and finish your sentence.
I literally, okay.
Give
he
me
is-
something worth a damn.
He
Please.
pressured NATO to increase their spending by over double
No, he didn't.
by 2035. That he didn't?
Nope.
Okay. Touch on that. We can touch on his successful mass deportations for the past year. We can touch on
Is that a
What's the
pivot, guys? Can we
order?
call that a pivot?
giving you reasons. Next
Sure.
year.
Give me some more reasons. Give me a reason. Are you hearing what lips coming out of my mouth?
You want to turn that shit off?
Turn what off?
Music.
What music? Can you spit it out to me? Why are you still supporting Trump? Is this guy okay? W's in the chat to Fake Cheeky for the fake $50 Venmo. All Cheeky said was for the fake dono. Thank you so much for your fake dono. I'm just a fake lib who couldn't handle him cooking me, so I decided to make up a donation that is my drop fee and drop him. Woo! Republicans for the win. Big W's to you, Cheeky. I appreciate your support. W's in the chat to Maya for the $10 PayPal. Sending in my fake donation. Maya, I am so sick and tired of you fake people sending me fake money. I can't with all the fake stuff. I'm sick of you fakies. W's in the chat to you. W's in the chat to Raleigh for the $5 Venmo. Little Nikki here has severe DDS, Trump devotion syndrome. Little Nikki's mother should have done the world a huge favor and swallowed in fake dono, in fake dono language. He said that in fake dono language, of course, because that's not real money. It's not real money. W's in the chat to you guys for the donos. Guys, best ways to support the fake platform is going to be hitting up the fake links in the bio. Fake Cash App, fake Venmo, fake PayPal. Hector Talks with 2 R's on Cash App and Venmo. PayPal, Hector Pal with 2 O's and 2 R's. If you're over on the Tube side and you want to send me a fake super chat, you may send a fake super chat or super sticker. By the way, fake YouTubers, please do me a favor. We got membership set up on the YouTube side, so you now may choose to become a member. And if you'd like to fakely support me by becoming a fake member, feel free to do so. Trump supporters request up in the box. You are the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the Tube side, you can call the number on screen, 737-295-5321. I love it when you guys do that. I really do. But my point was, say I was a fake person doesn't change the fact that the information that I'm sharing is very much correct. Right? No? Okay. That's cool. Let me go ahead and read this story while we're waiting on the Trump supporters to grow some testicular fortitude. Let me put it up on the screen, actually. Give me a second to put that up. Thank you, Pixie, for the level up sparks. I appreciate you. It's been an interesting day for news. It's been a very interesting day for news. I'm not going to lie. So those of you who did not know this, let me get this up on the screen. Republican revolt over Trump anti-weaponization fund stalls ICE funding vote, which is good. The Republicans are literally going to die on the hill of giving ICE all the money they need to violate due process and kill Americans. And we, the Democrats, are saying, fuck no. U.S. Senate Republicans abandoned plans to vote on funding for immigration enforcement on Thursday in a revolt against one of President Donald Trump's priorities, the $1.8 billion fund for victims of government weaponization, including those convicted of violent crimes during the U.S. Capitol riot on January 6, 2021. The Senate walked away from a $72 billion bill funding Trump's massive migrant deportation led by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, delaying the vote at least until June when lawmakers return for a 1-week Memorial holiday recess. Should we do a Memorial Day Live? I think we'll do a Memorial Day Live. Senate Majority Leader John Thune had sought to focus the legislation narrowly to secure the money intended to fund ICE and Border Patrol through the end of Trump's presidency. But the $1.8 billion anti-weaponization fund and another $1 billion for building a White House ballroom were added at Trump's behest and became sticking points. Quote, it was something that was supposed to be very narrow, targeted, focused, clean, straightforward, and it got a little more complicated this week, Thune said, expressing his frustration. It makes everything way harder than it should be. I find this to be hysterical. Let me be super duper clear. Fuck John Thune. But what's super funny about this is that, isn't it like the Republican base and their cronies that are consistently saying things like, this is one of the problems with Congress. We keep mixing up bills with a bunch of other bullshit for like blacks and transgender people, and that's why we can't get nothing done. And now here comes Donald Trump. First off, all that went out the window with the big, beautiful bill. They threw everything into the big, beautiful bill, and now they're continuing to do it now. Donald Trump knows that there's going to be significant legal hurdles to his little fund unless he gets it passed in Congress, which is why he's trying to mix it up with this bill. Will it happen, though? Meh. I'm just happy to see Republicans waking up to some shit. It's not even necessarily that they're against the fund. I want to make that clear. Some of them probably are. It's more so that they just want the ICE part passed, and they think he's fucking up their process by trying to mix up a bunch of other things in it. So it's super duper funny. Super duper funny. W's in chat to Maze for the $1 Venmo. Fake donation to tell you I'm fake eating a fake bagel and fake Gouda infused sausages with fake fajita veggies, and it's fake good as fake fuck. First off, that sounds good. You sound like you are eating good tonight. W's in the chat to you, Maze. Thank you so much. W's in the chat to Kayla for the $2 Venmo. Take my Monopoly money. Also, I got boba today, so you get it too, sir. What kind of boba did you get? What kind of boba did you get? Hey, listen. Let me take a screenshot of this. W's in the chat to the One Mighty Pen. The One Mighty Pen is our first ever member on YouTube. Big W's to you, bro. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you. Welcome in to the Hector Squad. Thank you so much for your support. Any cases, Republicans are getting desperate. They're getting desperate. And it's actually really sad. But we have another guest. Trump supporters request up in the box. You're the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, and we call the number on screen, 737-295-5321. Corey, did you vote for Trump?
Yeah, I would have if I was old enough at the time, yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 18. I turned 19 in 9 days, yeah, May 31st, 2007. 2007.
Okay. Why would you have supported Trump?
You know, he ran on
What's up, Wakanda?
leaving NATO. He ran on leaving, like he wants to leave NATO. The GOP wants to leave NATO because NATO isn't beneficial to America. What it was created upon on was for Europe. It wasn't for America. To prevent another world war and to prevent the Soviet expansion in Western Europe. So yeah, that's like a huge reason. Why are you smiling? Can you prove me wrong?
NATO was created for Europe to tackle World War II. That's what you just said, right?
No, not to tackle World War II, to prevent another world war.
To prevent another world war because of things like World War II, right?
No. Oh my God, what are you talking about? No. So when the Soviet Union...
So World War II had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, so... No, after World War II, right? Okay. After World War II, after Germany... So this was... We still got Asian front, right? Germany fell. The Soviet Union, no one knew what Stalin was up to. Mm-hmm. And they were predicting that he wanted to expand communism to Western Europe. And they were like, oh, nah. And we also got people, the rise of McCarthyism. He's actually from my state of Wisconsin. McCarthy made the Red Scare, made it go viral again. We also see the Red Scare in the Roaring 20s and the 30s. And
yeah, so that's why NATO was created. Did you or did you not say that it was to prevent another world war?
It was to prevent another world war because the two superpowers of the Soviet Union.
Would a world war affect the U.S.?
I mean, if we weren't in that alliance, it'll disrupt our trade, question. But it won't. Yeah, it would economically. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, how does NATO not benefit the U.S. by existing to prevent world wars?
Yeah, so we also have things like so there's something called nuclear deterrence, which has been used so you know there's two NATO countries that have nuclear weapons. That's not the United States, right? Mm-hmm. France and the UK, right? They got nuclear weapons pretty early. I think France was the latest one. The British got it in like 1951, I think. Yeah, so there's something called nuclear deterrence. If they are on the verge of falling, they're going to have to use their all-out hope, and nuclear war is going to be on the verge. Russia's not going to do that. Let's say a NATO for Europe was created, right? Like you see how the European Union... Yeah, so Russia is the enemy in modern day, right? Right or wrong. What the fuck?
What did you just say? Will you repeat that, please?
Oh my gosh, you guys!
Yeah, what did you just say?
Yeah, so I said that Russia. When we look at NATO today, the main enemy is Russia. The main enemy of NATO is Russia.
The main enemy of NATO is Russia. Why do you say that?
Because according to NATO, I mean, why do you think NATO still exists as a defensive thing? We also have people like Finland. Sweden joined on the behalf of Russia aggression. We got the Baltic countries after the fall of the Soviet Union. They were scared that the Russians were going to come back in Eastern Europe and lay a foundation of their Russian empire. We also got Poland and all these other countries. So yeah. And these countries are the people that actually benefit to NATO, unlike the UK and France that aren't on the border of...
Deb's in the chat to Nat for the $1 Venmo. Here's your fake dollar, Chef Hector, so you can keep fake cooking. Thank you so much. I'm going to keep fake cooking all night. Thank you so much. Big W's in the chat to you, Nat.
My fault. I'm so sorry. Yeah, so Erica, that is why I say that. Do you guys have to debunk me on anything?
I mean, making that statement, okay, sure. So NATO thinks that Russia is its biggest enemy. What does it give but what does it give like NATO, all right, and even the United States, since you're okay with the US like leaving NATO, what does it give them the right to actually say what another country can do with this weaponry? Like, how does it give them the right to say whether or not another country can develop nukes? Also, before you answer that question, two things, Corey. First things first is stop eating in our ears, okay? It's rude. People do suffer from misophonia. It's very aggravating.
Valerie.
Stop that, okay? Thank you. Don't do it again. If you need to eat, swallow, chew, or anything like that, please go on mute. Second thing is, Hector, your favorite person's birthday is also on May 31st.
What?
Your favorite person, their birthday is also on May 31st.
Oh, you're talking about.
Your favorite person. What?
Anyway, back to this child. So,
Your
child.
business partner, your
If Russia
co-host.
is the, I know, what?
Me, nigga, it's me.
Who's also like? I know what your
He
birthday
said
is.
his birthday is May 31st. You didn't hear him?
I don't listen. I tune out half the stupid shit this man said. I just want him to answer my
okay.
simple questions.
I'm gonna cry in a
I did
corner
answer
now.
your
Okay,
question, bro.
fetal position.
Yeah. So if Russia is the biggest enemy to who? You said NATO, right?
Yeah, it's quote unquote it's the biggest enemy. I don't see
Quote unquote. That's what
today
you said.
it is, but yeah.
Yeah. Those are your words. Okay. Russia's the biggest enemy to NATO. So who's the good guy out of the two?
In NATO,
Who's the good guy out of the two?
there's no good guys, bro. There's every country has did fucked up shit. I don't think there's any good country. Respectfully.
So, what would be the benefit of the U.S. leaving NATO?
Yeah, so a lot of people, I think it'll bring a lot of united standpoints on this. So a lot of people aren't for us, sending troops in the Middle East, and then people like, let's stay in NATO. That doesn't make sense. Why should we have to send American troops to go unalive for European countries that can't handle their shit for the past 200 years? I mean, I just don't think that America should have to go fight for a European continent that has been going through shit for the fucking longest. They've been going through shit for like 600 years constantly.
Who do we send? Who do we send troops to fight for?
We would have to send American troops, right?
In the event of
like a war, because we are in NATO as of right now, and Article 5 will be invoked.
What would be the purpose of that?
Article 5?
The purpose.
Do you know what Article 5
when,
is?
yes, the purpose of Article 5 being invoked, enacted on. Article 5 is enacted. U.S. troops would have to get involved. What would be the purpose of that?
Because we are directly in a military alliance with them. I don't know what you're trying to get at here, buddy.
To do what?
To defend those European countries.
How have we done that before?
Yeah, with the Allies, because Japan had decided to attack us, but we got the Lend-Lease. Okay, yeah, let me speak. We got the Lend-Lease Act. Which allow FDR to send support to these European countries. We got the Arsenal of Democracy, which allowed us to send democratic military support, because Congress is like, as long as you're not getting directly involved, it's totally okay. And then we got the Lend-Lease Act, which allowed us to send a lot of weapons and stuff. Key factor of the Soviet Union.
Corey, stop. Corey, when was NATO established?
1949, or it wasn't 1949, right?
1949, correct. All right. Was that before or after Japan, all right, attacked the United States?
That was literally 8 years before. December 7, 1941 was when Japan attacked at like 6 a.m. or 8 a.m.
So, with that being said, Corey, all right, NATO wasn't a thing, okay, when the United States joined World War II. Okay? It wasn't a thing. We understand that. So you can't say that the United States ever assisted the European countries, all right, due to an agreement via NATO. You can't do that. All right? It's not a thing. We didn't have a treaty in order for us to agree to join the war. So there's that part.
Thank you, Sean.
Additionally, another thing is that we know what Article 5 is, and you know what Article 5 is. So what's the name of the only country to use Article 5?
Yeah, you would say the
Answer
United
it.
States. It's
Answer
the United
it.
States. It's the
Thank
United
you.
States.
Okay, great. All right. And also in regards to this war in Iran that we're currently in, all right, is this were we responding to an attack? So like, is this a defensive measure or offensive?
No, it's an attack measure. I don't support the Iran war.
No. Be honest. I can only fool with people who are intellectual. and honest, bro.
I'm not saying that Iran is attacking us. I agree with you. This is an attack. Like, yes.
This is an offensive measure. And so NATO is NATO, all right? Does NATO take defensive action or offensive action? Which one?
They take defensive and
Exactly.
aggressive.
So will we be able to call on Article 5 in this instance?
Well, we kind of did because we have Baltic countries. I think it was Lithuania or some Baltic country sent one Navy ship to assist us in the Middle East. Yes, they did. You can look this up. I don't know why you're shaking your head.
It's nothing to do with NATO on the offensive.
Yes, it does. Are tell me what Baltic country isn't in NATO, please.
Can you tell me what official action has been taken by NATO with any other countries within in regards to Iran?
Yeah, I got you. Well, like, what do you mean, like them assisting us? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's what you're saying. Tell me what the action is.
Well, yeah,
Tell me what
I could
happened.
probably look it up, but yeah, the specific country in the Baltics sent one Navy ship to assist us. Do you want me to
Which
get that
one?
name? Yeah, I'll look it up for you. I don't know the exact.
Thank you,
country.
Shauna, for the
It's
last
3 countries in the
gift. I
Baltics.
appreciate you.
You can't do that though. That's the thing, is that the alliance is so NATO is the alliance, Corey. Is that him typing?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I'll go on mute. I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ. The fuck? He can't look at it as individual countries actually doing something when NATO is an alliance. They work together, so in concert. So we're working in concert with each other. NATO have not taken any action whatsoever. None.
It would have to
To
be an
help with the
official
war.
NATO
Yeah.
action.
Erica,
W's in the
Erica,
chat to Who Dat. Thank you so much, Who Dat, for becoming a
Sir.
member over on the YouTube side. Big W's to you. Thank you so much for your support. Guys, if you'd like to support the stream over on there, outside of the super chats and super stickers, you can now become a member. I have to add more stickers once I get more members. It's like leveled and shit. I'll get some more in there, but big W's to you. Thank you guys so much for your support. Sorry, go ahead.
He got it. He was responding.
Yeah. So we got what is it? Under the Falklands War, right? Which was the if I highly doubt you know what this is. The UK versus Argentina, right? We helped them get the British won that war because of intelligence by the USA, right?
I'm sorry. I feel like we asked him to get something specifically. What are you rambling on about?
Oh yeah.
I
The
need that
country was
official
Lithuania.
action, right? Taken by NATO in aid to the U.S. in regards to Iran.
Lithuania Parliament approved a plan to join the U.S.-led Freedom of Navigation mission in the Strait of Hormuz. The country proposed sending up to 40 soldiers and staff and is specifically considering contributing mine-sweeping capabilities. Estonian officials expressed their readiness to discuss options to assist in the Strait of Hormuz and offer to assist with the mining expertise. Yeah.
This is in regards to their agreement, their ceasefire agreement. This is not offensive.
So basically, so Iran put mines inside the Strait of Hormuz. I don't know if you know what a mine-sweeping destroyer is.
Okay,
they
you can
are
keep
gonna be
playing the game of
mine-sweeping.
just saying things and then saying, I don't know if you know what this is, but I'm going to focus on your claim and the fact that you're full of shit.
Yeah.
And that's why you're doing all this extra shit
Okay.
here. This isn't an offensive action that you were talking about.
Yes, but you
Lithuania
asked me what country.
waived the deployment, and they did it in regards to their agreement, their ceasefire agreement, their peace plans. in which case then it would be deployed, and it would not be for the purpose of offensive or even defensive measures supporting U.S. military action in the region.
Hold up. Yeah, so
do your research.
No, I'm just asking you. What's your source that says that they only did it because of
they didn't do anything.
Ceasefire?
They were weighing it. The source is Reuters. You can look up the article here, and I have it pulled up. This was dated 17th of last month. This was Lithuania and Estonia says U.S. may delay military deliveries because of Iran war.
Oh yeah. Oh wait, I can bring up the major ones too. I didn't know this. The United Kingdom, for example, they allowed us to use their RAF bases. That's really, I mean, how do you think we get from the U.S. to Iran with our B-2 bombers? They refill in Europe, and that's practically helping another country. And yeah.
Moral of the story is there is no official NATO action that has taken place to support the U.S. in any way.
And then there are.
Shut up. To be offensive towards Iran. NATO has stated they're clearly not getting involved. Donald Trump has been pissy about it. He was crying for other people to jump in. They're not. The U.S. is very much on its own outside of Israel. I really want to get back to you substantiating how
Albania,
NATO
Czech Republic,
is
Latvia, Lithuania, and North Macedonia literally supports the attacks. I can pull up my source.
Supports the attacks?
They like openly
define supports the attacks.
Like they have publicly, like their leaders have publicly, or their ambassadors has publicly supported the U.S.
Oh my
Israeli
God!
strikes.
A leader said Iran bad. NATO's supporting it. This is so sucking. This is so.
What do you mean by support? I'm so confused. Like military support? Like what the fuck are you talking about? We went from Iran to NATO.
You're saying they're
how
supporting him. That's what you said. They support the U.S. and their attacks. Right? That's what you said. Those leaders, which would be leaders of countries in NATO, support the attacks, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do with a leader who may have spoke on behalf of maybe, allegedly, some support of the actions in Iran by the U.S. when that has nothing to do with NATO taking official action? That's all I'm giving a shit about. That's what you brought up. That was your claim. NATO taking action or supporting the U.S. in regards to Iran.
Yeah. So I literally gave you examples.
Yeah, and we checked one of them. You were dead wrong. What else?
Which one was I dead wrong on?
Oh my God! Do we have to rehash Lithuania?
The Lithuanian Strait of Hormuz thing?
We were not supporting their offensive actions in the region. Lithuania was not supporting their offensive actions. That's not why they got their boats.
This is practical support. Using another person's air bases, that's like the U.S. using, that's like China in World War II using U.S. air bases to, bomb Japan, for example, right? That's practical support. And we have got that from the NATO and stuff. But we shifted
Thank you so
away
much,
from
Erica,
Russia.
for
I don't even know how the
becoming
hell we
a
even got
member
here.
of YouTube. I appreciate you. Big W's to you. Neither do I. What is the point of us leaving NATO? How is that a benefit?
Yeah, so it helps American
More
America. Hold up. It helps America as a whole, like the American population or the United States of America population, get less involved in European affairs. Because
leaving NATO gets us less involved in European. How are we involved now with NATO? What?
When NATO, okay, I got a good point of that, right? So we have to jump back to all the way to World War I and the League of Nations. We did not formally join the League of Nations. The League of Nations was like this big ass global alliance or whatever.
It's going to make sense. Let me explain. I need you to speak up within the last couple of years on how our relationship with NATO and the European Union has been getting us into conflicts. You know why you have to keep going way back in time? Because we haven't sent U.S. troops to go do shit in NATO for some time.
Oh my God. Anyways, so we got NATO. How we would get involved, like this is a hypothetical, because nothing has happened. Nothing has happened. Like what? Host, oh my God, bro, I can't.
We have to leave NATO because hypothetically, hypothetically,
if Russia was to invade,
if something happened
Europe,
and
what
there
would
was an
happen? We would get
invasion,
involved.
we have to go support them, and that's no good. That's no good. Hypothetically, our attempts at defending the world and keeping world peace is bad.
You support world peace now?
What the fuck do you mean now? What?
Yeah, so if Russia was to invade NATO or the Europe, they're not going to invade Alaska. They're going to invade Europe.
Invade NATO.
Oh my god, this kid.
You are
bro,
not
this dude
smart.
Is not,
You're
just
smart.
trying
What
to
script
shift
are
the
you reading
conversation
from?
because you know I'm a cookie, bro.
Oh, what are you cooking me on? We need to leave NATO because of hypotheticals. That's just been your argument so far.
If you could let me speak.
Air basis for logistic support has been them supporting the war in Iran offensively or even defensively. That's been your argument so far.
You can look
That's been your argument here. But yes, by all means, please keep cooking me. Please keep cooking me and tell me how Russia's going to invade NATO.
Yeah, so if the USA was in NATO, right? Article 5 will obviously be invoked if Russia
the
was
USA
to invade.
was in NATO.
Oh my god, this dude. Can you let me speak?
If the USA was in NATO.
Could you let me speak? Are we saying are you asking if the United States left NATO? Like, do you want me to keep them in? Okay, let's say the United States left NATO, right? If the United States left NATO, right? The USA so when we look at Russia and what they want in Eastern Europe, they want to reclaim their former Soviet land. They want to take the Baltics.
What's stopping them?
What's stopping them? I mean, NATO, obviously.
Do you want them to reclaim that land?
Do I want them to?
Yeah.
As an American, no, but that's not my problem.
So, however you feel about NATO, with that being a deterrent for them reclaiming said land, be a good thing?
It would. Could you say how it would be a bad thing?
Okay. Now you want me to explain to you how the thing you don't want to happen is bad.
Dude, literally keep fucking pivoting because you won't let me
tell you. Let me tell you. We're literally not. You just can't stay on one point, and then you're all over the place, and you're grasping for straws.
No, buddy.
So last I checked, I come from a time where Russia were the bad guys. I know Trump changed that, and we're warming up to them by lifting up sanctions, saying me and him are good friends, so on and so forth. But I am still in this former realm of reality where Russia is bad, where Russia wants to recreate the Soviet Union, where Russia wants to get as much power as possible so they can rival the U.S. and not be bullied, right? We can see those actions that took place. Oh, that's not true. What does Russia want to do? Tell me.
Yeah, so you brought up how they wanted to rival the United States, right? Well, the KGB or Vladimir Putin, the United States and Russia don't have that little ideological difference anymore, like as you think it is. The Soviet Union was communist. Putin is very against communists. Even though he worked for the KGB, he was officially not a communist. He does not support communism itself. And when I say he wanted to reclaim, like he wanted to make them under his sphere of influence, we got Soviet republics that literally existed in Eastern Europe. They were like satellite states under Russia, the primary state, the Russian Soviet state republic. That was the primary headline of the Soviet Union, and they have all these like CSTO.
Do you think when I said rival the U.S., I meant in terms of having different ideologies?
No, I don't see how would they rival the USA. What do we have that they want?
And
they only rival us because we're in NATO.
A bigger world power than they are in terms of being able to compete with the United States in capitalism, in military, in trade, so on, so forth.
Yeah, Russia could already beat the United States in trade because they own 75 trillion worth of resources inside of Russia. So that's really not hard for them. They also has Kazakhstan, I think if not mistaken, have a lot of a lot of uranium, and CSTO, which I tried to bring up, is alliance between Russia, Kazakhstan, Belarus. There's other countries in there, and yeah, so he's practically already got them in the same alliance, and I don't see how they don't do anything to America. It's just because we're in NATO and we back Europe. We don't want to be in their fucking affairs. We just don't. We've been saying this for the past 200 years. Americans in the United
Trump
States.
quite literally has encouraged and deepened our relationship with Russia as a partnership, as allies.
Yeah, so host, how would that
Several
make us
peace
like
plans
rivals?
that he's made in regards to
how would that
Ukraine,
make us
from
rivals?
28 points to 20 points, so on and so forth. I'm sorry, what?
How would that make us rivals if we're improving relations?
Okay.
If
let
we're
me break this down
allies-
the way you can understand. Okay. First and foremost, we're not, or at least we shouldn't be. Donald Trump is encouraging that allyship, which is a negative to the United States. First and foremost, Russia don't like us. Putin only gives a fuck about Russia. Putin wants ultimate power. Putin wants to be dictator. Okay. Donald Trump has been encouraging those relations with Russia by stepping on Ukraine, telling them they don't have the cards, no longer give them any more aid to defend themselves, because we didn't send troops into Russia to fight from 2022 onwards. We just sent them aid, encouraged by the Budapest Memorandum, and then we even going as far as making business deals with them. And the peace plans that they presented so far, from 28 points to 20 points or whatever the fuck it is now, when we lift those sanctions or money that's going to Ukraine and even some cases Russia for rebuilding and the businesses that was going to open up in the region, we get a certain percent, Russia gets a certain percent. We've been encouraging those relationships.
And
it's capital. Russia cares about the capital that they can get access to, the businesses, the trades, the deals they can get access to via the U.S. That is not because they actually want or care about the U.S. And it's going to go away, I would argue, after Trump gets out this office.
Yeah, okay, whatever. Yeah, so you mentioned something about global power. The United States is like, we got China, and I'd say that's more of a China-United States thing fighting over that. Russia really can't compete because they'll have to go against their main...
You literally said earlier that they could. Specifically, you mentioned trade. You mentioned 75 billion or trillion.
I said if they wanted to take us. If they wanted to take over trade, they could.
So and then that would be one of the ways that would make them be able to...
I can't go against that. I can't... What the fuck are you talking... Dude, what? That's like saying Canada can go just establish... No, what I'm trying to say is that they can just sell their shit. That doesn't mean... Just because someone wants to sell their stuff and has better mining materials doesn't mean that they're directly going to rival us. No, that's not true.
That's what you said! When I said what they want to do, you said, well, they could in response with trade. You said that.
Well, not establish trade global power. I never said trade global power. I said that they could have a leverage over us.
You're conflating two different points in two different sections of this. You know what? Okay. I need you to stay on one thing, and we're not going to pivot fucking anywhere else past this point. We're going to stick on the fact that you support Trump. This is what you opened up with, because Donald Trump wants to pull us out of NATO. I've asked you to substantiate how that would be a good thing. The best you had is, well, back in the 40s, and if something happens, a hypothetical. Can you stick on that point and tell me how NATO is a net negative to the United States?
Yeah, so when it comes to security, the United States holds most of that in NATO. You could say, when you look it up, it might say Poland, the Baltic countries, and the countries that are directly on the border with Russia, because they are threatened by Belarus and Russia, which Belarus is like a fucking puppet state. And yeah, the United States literally allows them to fund most of their fucking healthcare because of our military presence there. If we were to withdraw from NATO, they would have to spend more on military, less on healthcare, or more taxes for their public.
Wait a minute, what is NATO currently doing in regards to, not even NATO, but the EU, because the EU makes up the majority of it. So what is the EU doing in regards to its own security and defense at this time?
Well, obviously they have defenses, but the United States, when
No. That's
security,
not the question that I asked you. I didn't ask you if they had defenses. What? What? Listen, all right? Use those 2 ears more than you use that mouth, buddy. All right? So the question is, all right? So you can type it in, because we can hear when you start typing, right?
Sure.
What is the EU? What is the EU? It's still going to be loud as hell. Just loud and slow.
No, it's not. I'll type right now. Tell me if you can hear this.
We literally
What are they doing right now in regards to their defense, their military?
Yeah, the European Union is a economic trade center for and it's
what
like
is
an
the
immigration
EU
thing.
doing right now in regards to their defense? Answer the question, sir. It's not
Well,
hard.
are
I
they? Oh my
promise
God!
you.
Stop fucking yelling and let me speak.
No, because obviously when I ask you in a calm voice, your silly ass don't remember. So answer the goddamn question.
Well, someone's mad. Yeah. So
No, I'm just a fully actualized Gemini. Remember, we had the same birthday, remember?
yeah, I'm a Gemini too. Good.
I know.
Anyways,
We had the same birthday, dumbass. I just said that.
Guys, after
don't care.
Monday, we're not going to see Erica. She's going to be off on her
Yes.
almost 60 vacation. So make sure we're running up Erica's coins. Let's get Erica above 2,000 coins. Run the fuck up out of her coins. And please
Guys,
hit up
let's
the
get
links
me
in her
above
bio
2,000
as well.
coins.
Please make sure you're giving her some links in the bio as well.
What about me?
And support her. Double tap the screen as well. We're about at the hour mark. And let's go ahead and get the likes up to 100K and beyond.
What
Send
about
your
me?
daily heartbeats if you haven't already. You have a question to answer. You want to get to it?
Yeah. Could you
Two
re-ask
questions,
that
quite
question, please?
frankly. Re-ask.
Ain't no way in hell.
Yeah.
I'm just going to assume that you don't know. That's all I'm going to know. So, anywho, to answer the question that I asked, all right, is that NATO actually, they rose prior to starting the Readiness 2030 plan. They actually increased their defense expenditures by 11%. to $381 billion. All right. That represents actually about 2.1% of their collective GDP. All right. So it is 381 billion. Now, additionally, with that being said, and this is in euros, and let's know, guys, the euro, all right, because I had to book some stuff in Barcelona, the euro is valued at more than the dollar. I just want to let y'all know that. All right. So with that being said, they additionally are doing the Readiness 2030 plan. All right. And they're looking to, by 2030, to have their defense budget across the EU to be approximately 800 billion euros. That's quite a lot of money to invest in security, something that you say and that Donald Trump is saying that they're not doing, but obviously they are, because what they're doing is just like any other country does, is that they're looking to improve their land, air, and sea technology.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
So I think the whole point is because you haven't been able to actually answer the question of how this will be a benefit to the United States of America, right? You haven't been. No, you haven't. No, you haven't. You have not answered that question.
Hector,
answer?
did you not say don't pivot and she brought up the EU? What the fuck?
What is your answer?
She asked you a question to expound on your pathetic answer of
Yeah,
how it
so
would be a
what the-
benefit to the U.S. You are not tracking this fucking conversation.
Yes, I am.
Oh
She
my
fucking did it,
goodness.
bro. What's under your chair, bro? Tell it to stop.
Call, you're on the line. Did you vote for Trump?
What the fuck?
Did you vote for Trump?
Hello?
Thank you, Eric, because I was just about to. Are you hearing the words coming out of my mouth?
He is.
I sure am.
Okay, wonderful. We have someone before you. We will get to you in a moment. People don't fucking hear. Back to you, moron. Answer her question. Try to keep it precise.
I got
Make
you.
a
I got
point.
you.
Land your plane.
My claim is that if you're not, me. All right, I'm gonna just give my 1 minute rant. I think that NATO as a whole is not beneficial to America.
Look at God.
Alrighty, you said you voted for Trump, correct?
Yeah, sure.
And do you regret your vote?
Hell no.
Gotcha.
He's doing
wonderful.
exactly what we want him to do.
I'm curious as to what those things are. Give me one moment. W's in the chat. Thank you so much to Erica for becoming a member over on the YouTube side. Shout out to Erica. Now y'all hit up some links in the bio and pay her whatever she just paid to do that. Thank you so much. W's in the chat to Bugsby for the $5 super chat. Corey is confused as fuck. He also can't pronounce Lithuania, for fuck's sake. He's irking my soul. I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing it right. Is it Lithuania? If it's not Lithuania, I got it wrong. So I'm not even gonna hold him. I'm not gonna hold him to that. What do you say, Erica?
It's Lithuania.
Lithuania. Okay. W's in the chat to Joey for the $7.69. Fuck you. I'm sure you want to, Joey. It's okay. W's in the chat to Nat for the $5 Venmo. You and Erica got patience the size of the Red Sea with Corey sitting through all of this nonsense. And to Corey, you think you cooking when in fact you boiling your chicken in the dishwasher. Boiling your chicken in the dishwasher is diabolical, Nat. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you. Guys, hit up the links in the bio if you guys would like to continue to send me fake money. Please take care of Erica while she's here as well. Back to you. You said you're getting everything that you voted for. So I would like to like for you to give me 3 things that you voted for with Donald Trump. Excuse me, did you hear me?
Oh, yeah. Everything that he's doing.
Give me 3 things that you voted for Donald Trump to do that you believe he's doing.
Getting lower taxes. Thanks to you freaking liberals, because I live in a liberal state. You guys are a bunch of fucking murderers and fucking pedophiles.
Yeah, lowering taxes is one. What's the second one?
Taxes, standing up against Iran, proving that freaking all this fraud is fucking... Bro, you guys are nuts, bro. Stealing from us.
Lowering
$20,000 to illegal
aliens. And let me guess, exposing fraud, right? Those are your 3? Those are the 3 things you want to go with?
Oh, there's a lot more.
Yeah, cool. I asked for 3. Not a problem. Let's go ahead and start with those first 3. You said Donald Trump is lowering taxes when he quite literally imposed an additional tax with his broad tariffs that the Supreme Court and the International Court has shut down as of February and May of 2026. No, not because of liberals. It was the conservative-leaning Supreme Court that said his tariffs under the IEPA were unconstitutional. So, bam, what do you know? You could have no way, shape, or form voted for him to lower your taxes, considering that Kamala Harris had the exact same tax plan and doubling the standard deduction that she's planning to keep into Biden's proposed and Kamala's supported tax plan, and then she did not propose an additional tax via tariffs. And while the corporations have now opened up 160, 180 billion. Hey, can you listen closely to the words coming out of my mouth? You're doing a bunch of rambling. If you listen, you can respond to what I'm saying. So listen closely. Donald Trump doesn't care about lowering your taxes because any benefit that could have came from his big ugly bill would have been offset by the rising costs due to his war and his tariffs that were shut down by the Supreme Court.
What's the difference then?
So Donald Trump doesn't care much about your taxes, clearly.
Trump is better.
And in regards to Iran, Donald Trump is not quote-unquote standing up to Iran. Donald Trump has been making the situation worse. And they've been showing us up for the last 2 months.
I'm getting a lot less taken out of my taxes. Under Joe Biden, I was getting $600.
Oh.
Now I'm only getting
really?
$200 taken out of my taxes.
Is that right?
I'm still paying fucking my Social Security that you guys are basically
Whose tax plan were we under the Biden administration?
What was that?
Whose tax plan were we under under the Biden administration?
What do you mean, whose tax plan?
Whose tax plan?
You guys can't fuck everything up. Biden
Whose tax plan were we under? Oh, okay. So were we under Biden's tax plan? So were we under Biden's tax plan? So were we under Biden's tax plan?
Kamala Harris, you know she's a prostitute.
So were we under Biden's tax plan?
Whatever tax.
I don't have the patience for this stupid shit.
Ain't no way, bruh. The answer to the question is Trump's tax plan. That's who we were. It was a Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, version 1.
Jesus Christ, man.
That was a lot. What was wrong with that person?
Yeah. Never mind. Trump supporters request up in the box. You are the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, you can call the number on screen, 737-295-5321. This live is a safe space, if you will, for Trump supporters who regret their vote to come up here and express exactly what made them get off the MAGA plantation with minimal judgment. And if you are a Trump supporter who does not regret their vote and you have something better than Donald Trump lowered my taxes and Biden raised my taxes under Biden's tax plan that didn't exist, please call in. Have some fucking argument. Goodness gracious. You guys don't know things. And you have a lot of mouth. You're very loud. You're very loud. And another thing, I have this thing about people who try to pull the Charlie Kirk way. You know what I mean? You know the Charlie Kirk method? Say a bunch of stuff, speak fast, and someone's going to just believe that you're making sense just because they can't actually track. You know that? I can't stand those people. We're just going to say in 25 words what we can say in 5, and then you're going to make us think that we're smart because we're saying a bunch of words. Oh my goodness. And then they'll go on this ramble, and there's no substance. Gish gallop. Exactly. Gish gallop. Charlie Squirt is diabolical.
Definitely gonna create a profile with that name. No one take it from me. I am now Charlie Squirt. That sounds wrong.
Charlie Squirt is
That sounds so wrong.
diabolical.
Oh my God, that sounds so wrong.
Nico, you can request up in the box. Let's talk about it. You can request up in the box. Let's talk about it. Guys, if you're not following me, hit that follow button in the top left corner. We are live every Saturday after 3 p.m. CST and randomly throughout the week. Make sure you're also sharing out the live with your friends and family. Get a repost going and add it to your story. Send your daily heart me's if you haven't already. For 1 coin every single week, you get to send a couple cool stickers like this one. Yeah. Knock out the finger heart goals. We have 81 more of those to go. Great way to support the stream. We're already cleared the gift gallery. Thank you so much to Mel and Shauna earlier for doing that. Or was it Val? I don't know. They're both gifting all the time. And then check out the links in the bio for the best ways to support the platform. Whether it's following me on all the social media, such as YouTube that we're doing stream to right now, or Instagram, where I also post the videos I put up here. Join the Discord community, to which we're over 700 members strong. You can also subscribe there if you'd like, but the Discord is free to join. Getting yourself some merchandise off of the merch shop. We do have new lines of merch on there. We are still running the discount code We All Win for 10% off your entire order. You can get my shirt here, Combo and Never, or the Make + 2 = 4 again line at hectorshops.com with 2 R's, or donating directly to the links in the bio if you want to say hi, support my cute face, or you just like what we're doing here. Feel free. What's up, Fax? Hope you're doing well. Nico, you're doing a bunch of chirping. There you go. One thing I'm big on, I'm big on encouraging people to utilize their free speech and their First Amendment rights. And unfortunately, the problem with the comment section is that the comment section, you can get muted in the comment section. And when you're muted in the comment section, you're not able to exercise that First Amendment right, which is exactly why I give you guys the opportunity to hit that request button right there and exercise the right that the chat takes away from you, because I'm such a good person. I'm such a good person. I want to hear everyone's voice, even the stupid ones. Even the stupid ones. With that being said,
I have a thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Joey, for the 10, because Joey said I'm the shit. Thank you, Joey. Drop some hearts for Joey, because Joey's fucking awesome.
W's in the chat to Joey. Why did I say that? L's in the chat to Joey. Fuck Joey. L's in the chat to Joey.
No.
L's in the chat to Joey. Let me put this up here. We're going to go through this next story. Once again, Republicans showed that they do not care about wars. And when I say they don't care about wars, I mean they don't care about ending them. They enrich themselves with wars as our gas prices continue to rise. How long do you guys think it's going to take before we beat Biden's highest average in 2022? Because we're really close.
What was the highest average?
Was it not 470? I believe it was 470. Highest average gas price. Biden. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, no. 502. And this was June. 502. And I believe the highest we've hit so far was 4. Thought we already beat it? No.
I don't think we're going to beat it.
What we did hit was the highest we've seen since the Biden peak. That we passed, and that was over $4 a gallon. That we passed. But in terms of hitting Biden's average, no, we still haven't hit that yet. But we're getting awfully close. Let's see. Highest average gas price 2026. And I think we are looking at... No. This is for the state. This is for states. So national average, 4.66. 4.56.
I'm sorry, this came from my live and I totally missed it. I didn't know they sent 2 of them. Nighthawk, thank you so very much for the other $50. I only thank you for one, but thank you so much for the 50. I appreciate you, friend. I'm going to send you my email address so we can discuss what it is that you asked. But thank you so very much. Drop some hearts in the chat for Nighthawk. That is freaking awesome.
W's in the chat to Nighthawk. W's in the chat to you. So we are 46 cents away. 46 cents away from hitting that average. And we're coming up on June. But to be fair, to Donald Trump's credit, we have curbed, to some degree, a little bit. We've dialed a little bit down on the actions in Iran. We're not doing as much. They're currently trying to work out a deal, allegedly. Iran is, if anything. Donald Trump doesn't give a shit about a deal. But here's House Republicans doing what they do best, which is encouraging war. Republicans in the Senate are also working to defeat an Iran war powers resolution that has moved closer to succeeding after being voted down multiple times. And this was today's vote. Thursday's vote. They delayed a vote on a war powers resolution that would restrict President Donald Trump's ability to continue U.S. military operations in Iran after it became clear that the legislation would pass. Lawmakers will have to vote on the resolution in June, however, after they return from Memorial Day recess. Congressional support for the U.S.-Israeli war with Iran, which Trump launched on February 28th without lawmakers' approval, has been slipping even among Republicans as the conflict disrupts global energy supplies and sends U.S. gas prices soaring. The Democratic-backed War Powers Resolution has been voted down several times already by the Republican majority House, but several lawmakers have indicated they would support it ahead of a vote scheduled for Thursday. In a joint statement, House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, I can't wait to get him out, and other Democratic leaders said Republicans had been cowardly in pulling the vote on the Iran war, which has killed at least 13 U.S. service members, wounded hundreds of others, and the Pentagon says cost $25 billion so far. Could you imagine? $25 billion so far. And we are going on to 2 months in, with no end in sight, mind you, or even a goal. Even as we prepare to recognize our nation's fallen heroes on Memorial Day, House Republicans refuse to show up and be accountable to the brave service members that have been recklessly put in harm's way. Asked by NBC News whether Republicans would have lost the war powers vote on Thursday, House Majority Leader Steve Scalise said, "We just had some members that weren't there for it who wanted to be recorded on it, so we're going to be giving them that opportunity when we get back." Under the War Powers Resolution of 1973, a president has only 60 days to engage in a military conflict before Congress must either declare a war or authorize the use of military force. I am super curious to see what happens when we come up on that 60-day mark. Thank you guys for knocking out the finger heart goal. I appreciate you. Continue to double tap the screen. Let's get the likes over 100,000 beyond. We've been live for about an hour, so let's get those up to 200K. Keep them moving. Engage with all the engagement. Engage with all the engagement. We could have had universal health care with that money. Is that all we need? I think we need more than that. Wouldn't we not need more than that? I mean, regardless, the argument is homeless veterans and stuff, right? Where's the money for the veterans? Where's the money for the veterans? I don't know. You tell me. Why are we throwing it abroad? Why? Make it make sense. Let me reset this. Thank you guys for that. I'm going to go ahead and set these boxing gloves here. I'm going to do that. 7 trillion over 10 years. Yeah, that sounds a lot more accurate. That sounds a lot more accurate. You're going to say the way high billion, sure, but 25 billion for no. That doesn't track. Because then we'd have to conclude how many Americans are uninsured right now? Let me see. Healthcare. So we would have, the estimates show 27 million. 27 million? Yeah, 25 billion would, no. Absolutely not. I wish. Trump supporters request up in the box. You are the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, you can call the number on screen, 737-295-5321.
So Hector, do you recall the amount that Congress wanted to increase their salary to?
No, I do not.
Okay, I gotta find the amount because right now it's at 174,000, right? So that's what they currently get. And I'm trying to see. So the leaders get more money in the Senate and the House. All right. So what do they want to increase it to?
I'm looking.
Because this was in the news the other day. It's like they were crying about a pay raise.
Yeah, we have Ralph Norman. He is trying to end it. He introduced HR 7668.
Oh, wow.
Legislation that puts an end to automatic pay raises for members of Congress once and for all. It is ridiculous to presume members of Congress should receive arbitrary salary boosts regardless of the results they deliver to Congress. Frankly, it's unacceptable. We haven't had one since what, 2009? Or
yeah, it's about since 2009. And so I sent a video in the group chat that I think you should watch. It's absolutely hilarious.
Let's see. I'll put it up here on here for y'all. Let me do. What is this?
Oh, it has a song up there, so you might want to mute YouTube.
No, I'll just erase it. It's fine. Hold on. Move. Where's the volume button? Where's the volume button on browser? Oh. Diabolical.
That is funny.
That was funny.
Please help them buy 2 homes. All Americans starve.
You know, I actually am for a pay increase to Congress members, but not based off of, not adjusted for inflation, not just because, not with our current Congress. Absolutely the fuck not. No.
They deserve like a pay decrease. Like knock that shit down to $125,000. Knock it down. Just knock them down. They don't do anything.
Now, I'm not sitting here acting like $175,000 isn't very small in places like California or whatnot, but then I don't know what to tell you, bro. I don't know what to tell you. Absolutely not.
Hector. I think Shauna knows why I'm doing this. My baby's leave.
Oh, baby.
Gonna be gone for a month. I don't want to do it myself. Bubba, can you say bye to the people? Say I'll see you on June 23rd. You're not on camera. Say bye-bye. All right.
Kana Lace H, whatever the fuck your username is, 1146. I promoted them. I reported them promoting terrorism.
Okay.
Can you call in and tell me how Erica and I have been promoting terrorism? In fact,
it was a day of peace, a day of love.
Let me help you out. Konal. Bam. Now you have no choice. Can you call in and tell me what I've said that promotes terrorism? Have fun, Bubba. Can you call in now? Can you tell me that? The only people promoting terrorism are the Republican Party, who are in support of Donald Trump spending taxpayer dollars in rewarding terrorists. The only people rewarding terrorism are the people who are ignoring the fact that the biggest threat to the domestically to the United States was white supremacist hate groups. Those are the people promoting terrorism. What are we doing? What are we doing? You guys are still calling J6 the day of love. And then you go as far as to extend it over to the summer of 2020, specifically during the George Floyd protests, some turned riots. You guys called it a summer of love. We never did. I always thought that was interesting. You guys say it was such a destructive time where liberals and leftists destroyed the country because they were angry, and y'all called it a summer of love. Interesting. Interesting. Terrorism means love. Corruption means patriotism. You guys love to twist the definitions of words. Never cease to amaze me. Never ceases to amaze me. Anti cases, if you are a Trump supporter, don't be a chicken shit. Don't be a chicken shit. Tell me why you still support Trump or why you regret your vote. There's a growing number of you guys who I speak to almost on a daily basis now who are showing some discontent. Mind you, I don't believe half of you. It's most likely because your like Tinder swipes have been reducing more and more every single day. But grow the testicular fortitude.
Call from.
Calling up.
Isn't this the same fucking guy we talked to later? Haven't I spoken to you before?
You sure did, and I'm not.
Yeah,
that's
you're
me.
the
I'm
guy who doesn't know how to shut the fuck up.
You support Democrats, right?
Yes.
That's a terrorist organization.
Give me a terrorist thing the Democrats
run
have
by
done.
pedophiles, child sex traffickers, money launderers,
You literally
and
voted
fraudsters.
for a pedophile.
Okay?
And you literally voted for the man who's
then.
protecting. Yeah, run like a bitch. Thank you so much. I appreciate you because I was going to hang up anyway.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Trump supporters request up in the box. You are the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, you can call the number on screen, 737-295-5321. Friendly reminder that the Epstein estates had settlements with several young women, and one of those women in those settlements put an allegation out against Donald Trump and Epstein. Just in case you guys forgot. Just in case you guys forgot. Because when it's convenient to you guys, settlement means concession. Settlement means guilt. So let's talk about the fact that women who settled with the Epstein estates, which I would argue was more so in fear of dying otherwise, made allegations against Donald Trump, and he's actively been protecting the individuals implicated in the files, including himself, whether they're Republican or Democrat. You guys had a lot more mouth when it came to the Epstein files when you thought it was just going to be Obama and Hillary Clinton up in there diddling people. Then you come to find out it was your daddy Trump, and the conversation completely changed. You guys don't even talk about it anymore. And the one guy, the loudest Republican who was speaking on it, two of the loudest Republicans who were speaking on it, was Marjorie Taylor Greene. What happened to her? And now Thomas Massie. $31 billion was spent against Thomas Massie in his district to get him out. That's what happens when you talk shit about Trump. That's what happens when you ask for accountability, even though you're on his side. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. And Bill Cassidy, that's true. Yep. Oh, Targan, Obama is in the Epstein files. His name was mentioned over 1,800 times because he was the sitting president of the United States. There's a bunch of people in the files. This is why I say implicated in the allegations specifically made. There's a bunch of people in the files. You're not seeing Obama, Hillary, Kamala Harris, whoever the fuck else you guys believe, being alleged to be out here diddling children. That's the difference. That's the difference. No coincidence, hundreds of anti-Trump debate me shows have come out of the woodwork midterms. Yeah, well, this platform has existed since the 2024 election, first and foremost. Secondly, yes, midterms is super important. Your president understands that because he knows he's going to get impeached. His words, if we lose the midterms, Democrats will impeach me. I think he said, throw me in prison, actually. I think that's what he said, actually. Your president understands the significance of people who actually care about this country getting in seats to where they can get him up out the paint. And I, for one, cannot wait. Because based off the trajectory we've seen so far, we're taking back the House. The Senate, the Senate, I think, is going to be a taller order, but I think we got the House. I'm not worried about the House. It's pronounced Targaryen. Is that not what I said? I thought I said Targaryen. If I didn't, oopsies. I'm going to watch Candace Owens and Hunter Biden's interview. Is that a thing?
That is a thing. Somebody was watching it last night. That is a real thing. Her voice is annoying. I thought mine was, but good God. Also, another thing is that Trump said that if they lose the midterms, then he can't lose the midterms because they will impeach him. And Steve Bannon is the one that said if they lose the midterms in 2028, then we're all going to jail, to prison.
She apologized. Hold on. Thank you for that, Erica. Candace Owens apologized to Hunter Biden? Stop fucking playing me. Stop fucking playing me, bro.
Yeah.
Don't fucking do that. No way. No way. No way.
Holy smoke. Did you know Rob Bass died?
No, I did not.
Do you know who Rob Bass is?
No.
God damn it, Hector. He sings a song. It takes two to make a thing go right. It takes two to make it out of sight.
Bruh.
I'm on the clock right now.
I don't want to watch this. I don't want to give her the views. I could use my burner, but no fucking way.
Hector, please play the interview with oh girl and Hunter Biden.
No fucking way. This is crazy. Bruh. We are in the upside down. We are in the upside down. I'm going to keep saying this. Don't let this shit get you fucked up. The only reason why Tucker Carlson, and some of these other prominent previous Fox News talkers and now independent journalists are criticizing the Trump administration and now trying to seem middle ground and bipartisan is because their base demanded it. These people, when you had a bunch of stupid Trump supporters under them, egging on what they were saying, did not care. When the consensus around the Trump administration changed, they changed their tune. If it wasn't for their base, they would not be saying any of this shit. Absolute grifters. Yeah, that's what I do want to know. What exactly she apologized for. Hold on. Should we? I kind of wanted to see if we can get more debates in before I did a restart or before I play anything. We may stream it at the end.
Bruh, you know what I just realized?
What?
That damn kid didn't take the trash out before he left.
Now you got to do it.
Another bad word.
No, you got to do it. We're probably going to do a restart in a second, but I'm going to do this final call. Trump supporters request up in the box because you are the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with.
Are you done, booger?
If you're over on the tube side, you can call the number on screen, 737-295-5321. Danny, did you mean to request that? Danny, did you mean to request that? I don't think she did. I'm going to go on a wild guess and say that she didn't. I'm just going to go ahead and drop you down. W's in the chat to Melvin for the $5 super chat. Riddle me this, Hector. Fellow teachers are losing their jobs. Classes are going up by 5 per class. Kids are losing meals, and Congress is crying for a raise. That part. What I can say is W's to AOC and was it Pelosi or Warren? They recently did. They just did like a little announcement. It's going to be a bill introduced into Congress where they're trying to get the minimum pay for teachers to be $60K. Let me double check that. Pay raise. Teacher pay raise. Let's see. Sorry, reads. Baseline 50,000. Online events. Aha! And this has already been introduced, to be fair, I believe, since 2021, but it was reintroduced. by a Democrat in Florida by Frederica Wilson. So she appeared alongside her and other Democrats. I wish I can find the video on the American Teacher Act. This bill establishes grants to increase the minimum salary of public elementary and secondary school teachers. It also authorizes a national campaign regarding the value of the teaching profession, because I do think that is super important. Y'all keep sleeping on teachers. First, the bill directs the Department of Education to award 4-year grants to state educational agencies, and through them, sub-grants to local educational agencies to establish a minimum annual salary of $60,000 to be adjusted annually for inflation for these teachers. Second, the bill directs ED to award grants to eligible SEAs. SEAs, once again, is state educational agencies, to provide cost of living adjustments to the annual base salary of teachers. Finally, the bill authorizes ED to carry out a national campaign to 1. Increase awareness about the importance of teachers and the value of the teaching profession. 2. Encourage secondary school and college students to consider teaching as a professional career. And 3. To diversify the pool of individuals who enter the teaching profession. Will this get anywhere in this Congress? Probably not. But I appreciate the thought. The Trump administrations went out of their way to literally devalue the importance of education, unless it comes from, I don't know, private Christian schools. And now we're funding them with $10,000 vouchers, specifically in Texas. There's a few other states, I think, that launched it or are working towards doing the same. So, yay. Devalue education is always a good thing, right?
You got any more to read?
Mm-mm.
Okay. I want to read this comment that was left on the video about a few hours ago. I think this is a very, very, I said an astute conclusion, but this makes sense. So it says like, vice presidents are usually invisible unless there's a POTUS fail or election becomes a thing. George W. Bush was incompetent with an active VP. Trump, they said the rump, but Trump is a major POTUS fail, bringing in Pence and now JD Vance to the fore. Because he has had 2 weak VPs. And himself, he's extremely awful. But think about it. Like, we know that, well, you were just about you, but George W. Bush, right, with Dick Cheney was running the show. He was doing all of the work, like the policy making and the handshaking and all that jazz. Right. And like with, I think with Obama and Biden, because Biden was who he was, and like the, ebony and ivory, like that relationship, I think that's why Biden was more so in the forefront. He kind of put himself out there in front of Obama to be like, come for me first, if that makes any sense whatsoever. And so that's why he was there. But Obama was a pretty like really great friggin' president in regards to domestic policy. Foreign, he can lick someone's ass. He can lick Trump's ass on that one. But then also when it comes to Biden and Harris, I don't know, Hector. I don't know about that relationship. But did you read the DNC autopsy yet?
I skimmed through that bullshit.
Yeah,
Absolute fucking bullshit.
It's a winding road. Right. Every day is a winding road. We did not get a little bit closer. But one last thing, I'm sorry, is that pretty much they said the same thing that we say here on these platforms, is that the White House did not put Kamala Harris out there like we think that they should have. Additionally, to me, my opinion, it does not feel like she had the backing as she should have had. You know what I mean? Of the establishment. And also another thing is that I understand exactly as a Black woman, because Kamala's a Black woman, all right, and I've worked in corporate for the majority of my life. I unfortunately understand having to bite your tongue even when you want to scream. And that's what she had to do. I think she was damned if she did, damned if she didn't when it came to Joe Biden in that time. If she were to say anything now, she'd be fine, right? But at that time, if she would have spoke out and said that clearly stated it, right? That like she's going to be completely different than Biden. If she would have done something like that, man, they would have fried her. They would like tore her a new one. Both sides. She's not loyal. She's not loyal to, this is what the right was. She's not loyal to the president. Why would you want to vote for someone who wants to be completely different than the person they work right beside? Like they would have just thought of some stupid shit. And then like the left, like the Democratic Party, like they would have tried to pull a Mamdani on her and just crush her from the the inside out.
There's a bunch of fucking crybabies on YouTube. Oh
Call
my
in.
God. All you guys do is whine and cry and whine and cry about all the ways your daddy Trump is failing you. Shut up and call in. Shut the fuck up and call in. There's a number right there. Call the fucking number. Democrats panhandle to every demographic while pissing off everyone at once. It's a fact. Yeah, bro, how's your gas prices? How's your grocery prices? You know how much I fucking spent on groceries today? Granted, I did need some bigger things and I try to buy certain things in bulk. I spent $230-something on groceries for the week, bro. For my damn self. I can only imagine how you mofos are doing it with kids. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? And while Democrats are trying to running off of curbing things so we can bring back affordability, Donald Trump is saying that it's a hoax. Donald Trump is saying, oh, I don't really care about Americans raise prices. I don't care. I don't give a shit. What are we doing? What are we doing? Also, to Erica's point, there's not a single damn thing Kamala Harris could have done for, I would argue, both sides that would have made anyone happy. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Where's her policies? I remember that. She had no policies. She had no policies. She had no policies. Had no policies. Here comes, the last 2 months. Put it up on her website. 82 pages. 82-page document. New way forward for the middle class. They didn't read it. All they did is talk about how she had no policies. When she puts it out, nobody read it. Nobody read it. Then, she's not saying anything of substance on the campaign platform. She puts out several things. She put out the plan for black folks in regards to encouraging them to get into the MJ industry, maternal mortality awareness, so on and so forth. No one cared. But they ate up the platinum concept back in 2020. Then they said she's not doing any interviews. Interview. Nobody saw it. You guys put up a bunch of these false flags on your issues with her specifically, when the ultimate issue is you didn't want to vote for a black woman. You weren't paying attention to their accomplishments her accomplishments under the Biden administration. So you can easily summarize that she did nothing because you didn't research anything. And you really just wanted another white guy in office. I wish you guys would just say that with your full chest. I really wish you guys would say that with your full chest. Or straight up, say it's none of those factors. Y'all have Democrat derangement syndrome. Anytime you see a D and some blue, you lose your fucking minds. Because you assume that person is going to be a trans woman that you're sexually attracted to, and it goes against everything you were raised to believe as a kid. And I'm sorry to hear that, but I promise you, there's a better way, and you probably should wake up before everything goes to hell. Just a thought. Just a thought. Harris ran on policies. Trump ran on broken promises. He didn't have any. This is the part that kills me. He didn't have any policies. Not one. Not one. So far, outside of the big, beautiful bill, he hasn't put forward anything. It's just been directives. It's been executive orders that has been challenged by the lower courts, in some cases all the way up to the Supreme Court. Eric, I believe you mentioned, was it Politico, did a study that showed the majority of the ones that were stopped or overturned was by Republican-appointed judges?
Yep.
It's not Democrats fucking up your America First agenda.
It's not liberals. Not the liberals.
It's y'all. Because they do, some cases, Republicans, sometimes, still respect the rule of law. At least our judges do. And even they know he's going too far. Make it make sense. White straight guy from rural North Dakota, and I work in the oil field. I happily voted for Kamala. Fucking W's to you, bro. Big W's to you. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. What? I remember when Biden fuel prices blamed it on Russia-Ukraine war. They literally. I'm sorry. Did we live in two different 2022s? Did us and Trump supporters live in two completely different 2022s? Because I recall immediately after Russia invaded Ukraine and disrupted the global oil supply, the prices went up. So what do you mean blame it on Russia when that's what happened? It's not about how much oil we get from Russia or Ukraine. It's not about that. It's about them disrupting the market. Exactly what happened in Iran. You guys understand it now, but for some reason you still fall back on blaming it on Russia in 2022 when they're the direct cause. The Strait of Hormuz controls 20%. That disruption because of the strike is why our prices are high. Not that we get much oil from them, it's just disrupted how we go about it. That's all. That's all. But you wouldn't know that because you don't read. Y'all don't read, and it's really sad. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and do a restart, guys. We're going to do a restart because I was at least trying to go for another hour. And they're just chicken shits over there. So we're going to go and do a quick restart. Go to my profile, go watch my latest video. The algorithm is doing what it does best in censoring shit. So go watch my latest video. By the time you're done and you come back, we will be back live. Hit that follow button on the way out. If you're not following me, hit that follow button on the way out. We'll be back in less than 60 seconds and see what kind of chats we can get going here. YouTube, stay right there. You'll be just fine. It's just going to be on the TikTok side. We're going to do this quick restart. Right.
I'm about to go get cake and ice cream to celebrate. I'm sorry, not celebrate. I mean, drown my sorrows in cake and ice cream because my baby is with his other parent for a month.
You gonna live it up. What are we talking about? All right, we'll be right back.
Damn straight I am. We might have a party.
Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. All righty, let me get that going over here and move this around. I do have that clip, by the way. Candace Owens apologized to Hunter Biden. Quote, "I'm sorry, I feel shitty," end quote. We will be watching that clip. I'm not going to stream the whole interview because fuck Candace Owens, but we will be watching that clip because Trump supporters quite literally are still demonizing Hunter Biden now. Still now. They're still touting around the allegation of the packet of, I can't say the word, cocaine that was found in the White House. They're still saying that that was Hunter Biden's for no reason. You guys still believe that there was some crazy stuff on Hunter Biden's laptop that exposed Joe Biden as being some type of criminal or pedo. It's stupid. It is so ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous the things you guys believe. But double tap the screen. Welcome back. We just did a quick restart. Double tap the screen. Double tap the screen. Double tap the screen. What's up, Jill? Hope you're doing well. Hope you were doing well. Welcome back in, everyone. Let me get some things situated here. Another crazy story that I was reading. Donald Trump, in his deregulation mission, is literally making our water supply less safe. And this is the problem. So let me do a quick rundown of regulations because Republicans don't understand what they're for. There was a time where people could put whatever they wanted in their food. The government stepped in and said, hey, we have a responsibility and a duty to protect our citizens. And that means from capitalism into some degree, uncapped capitalism, which shows this product is cheaper and we can make more money off of it, even though it kills folks. And they started implementing regulations. If you're going to do this much, you need to make sure this water is this clean. You need to make sure there's not over this amount of rat shit in the average everyday chocolate, so on and so forth. And then Donald Trump said, regulations are bad. Regulations are terrible. They're too burdensome on private institutions to actually give a shit about your existence. So I'm going to do away with them. I want the world to deregulate. And we see the results of that, or better, we know why we got the regulations to begin with. And the results of that deregulation is bound to return. I would argue we've kind of seen it already. But I do want to pull up the story because it's actually crazy because a lady right here in Texas, there's a county in Texas called Trinidad, Texas. There's a lady here who just had charges dismissed because they tried to prosecute her ass. They prosecuted her ass for putting up a post on Facebook showing the quality of the water supply in her region. And they said, let me find the specific language for the bill. Not the bill, the charge. Where is that? I'm blanking on what it is. I'm about to pull it up here. But yeah, the post that she made, and she's just a regular journalist in the state of Texas. We have received reports that some citizens have been hospitalized due to bacteria in the water. This is a serious public concern that deserves immediate attention. I'm going to put it up on the screen for you guys so I can show you what the water supply is or what it looked like in her post. That was the water. That was the water.
Call from
John Williams.
John Williams, you're on the line. Did you vote for Trump?
No.
Okay. Inbred people doing what they do best. So this was the water. This was the water that she was blowing the whistle on. And they arrested her for it. They arrested her for it. City leaders admit there's a water issue that's been going on for years, but Chief of Police Charles Gregory says no one has been hospitalized, and in a social media post of his own, said Combs' post creates fear, panic, or unnecessary emergency response within a community. The police department charged her with felony false alarm or report. Once again, those charges have been dropped. W her. Texas tried to prosecute a woman for blowing the whistle on their disgusting water supply in the county. Meanwhile, and this was today. This was today. Both of these. The Trump administration is moving to roll back limits on some PFAs, the toxic forever chemicals found in the drinking water of millions of Americans. The Biden-era rules set the first national drinking water limits for several PFA compounds, but industry groups argued the standards were legally flawed and too costly to meet. Funny how these corporations have all the money in the world for this and that, but not when it comes to protecting our food, our air, and our land. It literally was just 2 people in the request and they disappeared. Bro, you just ran. What do you mean, let's debate? You literally just ran. You literally just ran. And I can't invite you. Hit the request button, bro. Hit the request button. It's right there in front of you. What are we doing? You guys can't possibly be this, scared. Especially men. There's something about weak men that pisses me off. I don't know what it is. You guys are way too scared of everything. Let's see. Hold on. Products that contain PFAs. And this is a chart of all of the items that contain it. This is a chart that all of the items that contain it, and they're trying to deregulate it more. Now, in California, a lot of these items, they have stricter regulations compared to the ones that we have federally. Donald Trump is trying to work on those too. So, there you have it. Donald Trump doesn't care about your water supply being as clean as possible. And we already have enough issues with that. So there's that. Trump supporters request up in the box. You are the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, and we call the number on the screen, 737-295-5321. I am going to play this clip, and we'll see what, I guess, Candace Owens was up to. Or better yet, I'll just read the transcript. Let's see. Let's see what she said. Candace Owens apologized to Hunter Biden in their interview on Thursday, telling the former president's son she felt shitty about contributing to the media storm surrounding his substance addiction. Biden sat down with a controversial podcaster to talk about his past scandals and the state of politics in America as a whole. During a conversation surrounding religion, Biden claimed to have made peace with his previous missteps through appreciating the place he reached later in life. Quote, hold on, let me move this over here. 1 second.
Call from
John Williams.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press.
I wouldn't be here. We couldn't have had this honest conversation. I couldn't get to know you as a human being if every single thing didn't occur behind it. And it's that piece of life that, the only way I got it is when they just tore off all my clothes, tarred and feathered me, and put me in the center of town and said, "Look at him," and I survived. Hunter Biden's a weird individual. Owen then expressed her regret at previous comments she had made about the younger Biden, calling her part in condemning him in the past gross. She said, I'm not even going to try to do a Candace Owens impression. I thought about it. I feel like I have to say, I'm really sorry that I contributed to that. I just feel really shitty. I feel guilty because, hearing you talk about it, I can't fucking... Guys, I have a pet peeve.
Call from
John Williams.
You want to be a debate or be a degenerate? Which one?
Debate.
Fascinating. Wonderful. Fantastic. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes.
And do you regret your vote?
I'm thinking about it.
You're thinking, so no.
I've had different thoughts lately.
Like what?
It's like slowly changing.
Like what? Thank you, Tired Nurse, for the gift. I appreciate you. Yeah, that's what I thought. Again, I don't know why you guys do this with your right hand in your pants, but it's really weird. I promise you, Grindr is easier. It's much easier. Back to this apology. I was literally about to ramble on about the fact I can't stand people just say like behind everything. Like that thing that happened, like, oh my God, like, that's crazy. Like, I can't fucking stand people who talk like that. That shit is annoying. English, motherfucker, do you speak it? Hector, stop being fruity. Apparently, I gotta stop being fruity to get them to stop trying to fruit me. All right, here we go. Like I always speak about on my show, how a lot of these kids growing up aren't going to even know what it was like before social media, where you could just make a mistake and like have that be over, and you got to grow up. And now it's like they're digging and they're finding people's tweets from when they're 17. They're an idiot. She was one of the people who was digging up Democrats' tweets from when they were younger. They wrote the N-word once and they want to hang them when they're 40. That's not true. And I just saw you as a caricature, and it was definitely, like I said, like feeling gaslit by the political machine. She's so fucking stupid. Oh my God, she's stupid. Convinced that it was just the left that partook in this political machine. And I just like really want to say, like, genuinely, like, I'm so sorry that I just didn't even consider he's a substance head. And like, like that, I'm done. I'm fucking with my brain. I'm not reading this anymore. I'm not reading. I can't. Oh my goodness. Find other words. Use other words in your vocabulary. What are we doing? Anyways, Candace Owens apologizing to Hunter Biden was not on my 2026 we fucked up bingo card. I'm not going to lie. That was not on my bingo card. Wow. Okay then. Well, if Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson, what's that name of that white blonde woman? Not Kelly. Is it Kelly? Kelly something? If the likes of all of these individuals can get up and say, we messed up. We amplified this person's message. We told you. Oh, Joe Rogan. Megan, thank you. Yes, Megan Kelly. Thank you so much. If those people can look and say, we messed up royally. If those people can look and say the Trump administration is doing the complete opposite of everything that I voted for, everything I told you guys to vote for him for, who are you? Alex Jones? Alex Jones he's been deterring from Trump. He's just, I would say he's a right-leaning libertarian nut. Versus MAGA. I'll never forget this. A Truth Social post someone made, and they were tagging Alex Jones in something Trump said. And he said, don't ever associate me with that stupid shit. Like, Alex Jones said, do not associate me with MAGA. What world are we living in when Alex Jones says, me and MAGA are two different groups of people? I don't know what to tell you, bro. Do you know about Maple MAGA? We literally had a conversation with them last stream. What day is it? Friday? Thursday? Tuesday? Tuesday, we spoke to a Canadian MAGA who didn't know shit about fuck. It was like the last stream.
Call from
Peter Rotherberg.
Atwood, did you vote for Trump?
Yes.
And do you regret your vote?
No.
Why is that?
Time will tell.
What?
Time will tell. We got to give him time. I'm not
Time
done with
will
him
tell.
yet. Yeah.
Okay. So you're waiting on
I got beat up by your audience to get up here and request, so I did.
Okay.
I tell you, I'm not politically smart as you guys are. I'll tell you that, but I'm a Trump supporter. I voted for him, and we're going to see how things play out. That's all.
Okay. So would
not-
you be
I'm not
under
gonna
the
vote him
belief
yet.
that over the last year and a half, in the last couple of days, that we have not seen enough for you to make a decision on regretting your vote for him or not?
Lord, no.
No.
Well, I'm a Trump supporter, so we believe the best is yet to come.
Got you. This rhetoric is awfully familiar. This
What
is
do you
the
mean,
exact
rhetoric?
same thing that took place in his first term, or specifically when he attempted to get a second term, when he kept saying things like, trust the plan. This is giving 2020 trust the plan. What has Donald Trump done so far that you like?
No, let's not get into this. I mean, same answers you guys always hear. I mean, I've been on TikTok for about a week. I'm a newbie, but I've been watching you guys. I'm a little addicted, but it's the same thing. Everybody says the same thing.
Yeah, I didn't ask you about everyone else. I asked you what your thing is.
Well, the fraud that's going on is pretty significant. It's pretty significant. I know you guys hate the tariffs, but tariffs are to bring jobs back here. So I believe in the tariffs. If they work, they work. If they don't, they don't. But at least the man try. And that's what we voted for. It's something different. Instead of the same old, this guy's doing stuff different. And whether we like it or not, or whether it works or not, we'll find out the hard way. But I'm going to let it play out, and I cast my vote for something different than the same old bullshit we've had for years. And let's see how it plays out. And he was the first to admit that his first term sucked. That's on video. He said it sucked.
Donald Trump has never said a day in his life that his first term sucked.
Yeah, not those exact words, but he's on video saying that he is on video saying yes, he is. He's on video saying that I fucked up and I hired the wrong people and I didn't know what I was doing. It is on video.
Oh, yes. He absolutely did say in his first term, and we can see it reflected in his turnover rate, which is ramping up this election or this term as well, specifically with women. Yes, he did say that, yeah, I had some bad eggs. Some of the people weren't the best people. I had to get rid of them. I fired him. Yeah, he did say that, but he never in any way alluded to his first term being a failure.
Women, I mean, you brought up women.
Oh, yes.
You guys always bring up women and race. You're always the first to bring up women and race. It's like all you guys got.
I'm sorry. Do you think I can't substantiate the fact that the women in the Trump administration have been suffering the big blows so far? Are you unaware of the firing that just took place today? Not firing, excuse me. Correction. Tulsi Gabbard stepping down as the director of national intelligence because of a personal battle that her husband is having with cancer.
Bone cancer, yeah.
Yeah. So
rare bone cancer.
Bone cancer. I want to go back.
Is
to
it true?
the fact that
I don't know. We'll find out later, won't we?
Oh, I have no doubt in my mind that it's true that her husband is suffering from bone
I have no
cancer.
doubt in my mind that all this could be made up.
What?
He might be miraculously healed in a couple of months and there'll be no trace. We don't know. It's all political games. I could poke holes in your story. You could poke holes in my story. I mean, it's a never-ending argument with politics.
There's no poking holes in the fact that the second Kristi Noem ramped up immigration enforcement to the degree to where it was blasted all over the country that we were killing American civilians and justifying it, despite it being under Donald Trump's and Stephen Miller's orders, that she got about the paint.
Like I said, you know more about politics than I do. So for me to come up here and argue, how many hours you reading on this? I live my life.
Sure. I'm going to go ahead and talk about
I'm
Pam
the
Bondi,
average Joe.
the Department of Justice head, who under Donald Trump's orders had
I've got a
agents
liberal brother,
scrub
man.
her name,
I
scrub his
had
name,
this
1,000
conversation.
agents scrub his names and flag anything that even resembled Donald Trump, such as the words "don't," after talking about that she has it right on her desk for review, and then saying that there was nothing in the file substantial, running alongside Donald Trump and saying it was a Democratic hoax, and then continuing not to release the names of implicated individuals in the Epstein files after passing a bill that legally required him to do so, but then releasing the name of the victims and refusing to even apologize to them on a Senate floor. And then she got up out the paint, reassigned. Now we can go on to what's her name?
Can I have just a second here?
Caroline Leavitt. They used that one was easy because of her baby. We'll be surprised to see if she comes back. And now, Tulsi
she's coming
Gabbard.
back.
So women have been the ones who have been leaving their posts, allegedly, leaving their posts in droves under this administration.
So what?
He fired the labor secretary. Yes, he did fire the labor secretary. Erica McCantifer. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. What do you mean, so what?
So you
said I was the first to bring up women and race as if I was just saying it for clickbait when I was saying it based off of the trajectory of the actions of this administration.
So you got a pregnant one and you got a bone cancer one. Are you conflicting coincidences with
their personal incidents that take
take
place always seem to be after they get intense scrutiny from not only Democrats but Republicans.
Yeah, like a
on
conspiracy
their
theory
performance.
here, right? That's what you're talking. I mean, you're just
it's not conspiracy at all. That upon them failing in their jobs, even though they were doing exactly what Donald Trump told them to do, they
failing in
end
their
up getting
jobs?
reassigned
They both
or
did
have
great.
personal reasons to leave their
You're telling
office.
me Caroline Leavitt wasn't loved? She was loved by everybody.
Caroline Leavitt was loved by the maggots.
She was
yes.
the public. Oh, even the Democrat fucking reporters loved her. She was funny. She was witty. She was lovable.
Democrat reporters don't care about
what's not
humor.
likable about
We
her?
didn't vote for jokesters. We voted for
Jokesters.
politicians.
You have to be a little bit of a jokester to get up there, don't you?
No.
I mean, you have to be a little witty and jokester-y. Sure you do.
I don't care about wit when you're breaking the news or directives of the administration on a daily basis. I care about results.
Oh, so you want a robot?
I don't give a fuck about how she delivered the news. She lied day in, day out. And she was caught in those lies several times by those Democratic reporters that you allegedly think liked her.
Well, if you go back to lies, hey man, I'll argue with you a little bit here, but you go back to lies, you really have to go all the way back to the Steele dossier and the Russian hoax that all turned out to be a lie.
What was
put
a
out
lie
by
about
Democrats?
What was a lie about the Steele dossier?
Well, that Trump was a Russian bot.
That was an allegation made as part of the investigation. The
Allegation
Steele
made,
dossier-
it's what started the whole corruption thing. He was on trial for 3 years in his first term. He couldn't get anything done. Democrats fought him about everything. So his first term sucked. It sure did.
I'm sorry. No.
Us Trump supporters will be the first to admit that.
Absolutely
now he's got
not.
a second term. And
You
things are
guys
gonna-
keep
okay. Let me finish
You
talking.
keep making
And
the
things are-
excuse
let
of
me finish
Democrats
talking.
blocked
Can I
him
talk
at every
for just a
turn, and that's
second
why
here?
he couldn't do anything, or his legal balance.
You guys are
problems
stuck on,
stopped
you
him
guys
from
are
being the
still
president. That's
stuck
not
on
the case at
Steele
all.
dossier, and that it failed to be anything.
No, it
And
didn't. We had people
tried to-
prosecuted, prominent Trump associates prosecuted
right, I'll let you
from the
talk.
Steele dossier and Russian collusion. An allegation made additionally because the overlying topic was Russian collusion, which is proven to be true in 2016, 2020, and 2024. The underlying the underlying allegation was that Trump was directly involved with that collusion. And that's the part that they could not prove.
And we
but
find
they
out
still,
it was a Hillary Clinton lie. And the Steele dossier was a bunch of bullshit.
It wasn't.
I mean, even the 34 felonies you guys talk about.
It literally
he's
wasn't.
got 34 felonies, 34
One of his
felonies.
attorneys,
Let me tell you what.
his previous
he had
campaign
34
manager. Do you know who Michael Cohen is?
Can I talk for a second or no?
Do you know who Michael Cohen is?
Can I talk or no?
Do you know who Michael Cohen is? If you're going to keep saying it was fake, I need you to know who Michael Cohen is.
No. So I have to answer your questions to fall in line.
I'm literally following your talking
Michael
point,
Cohen
which was that Russian collusion was false.
Was he Trump's lawyer? Michael Cohen?
He was his campaign manager.
Okay. So why don't you just say that instead of asking me?
He was convicted.
Why do you got to leave me down the line?
Do you want to know what he was convicted for?
Campaign funds?
No. Speaking on behalf of, speaking with Russian associates.
Oh.
There was affiliations drawn in the election. And the Steele dossier did find that even though Trump was not directly involved with the collusion, he obstructed justice on the individuals who were convicted.
Oh. How so?
The fact that you just asked me how so as you're arguing against the dossier that you did not read is proving the point. Oh, did I mix them up? Is it Paul Manafort? Am I mixing up Michael Cohen with Paul Manafort? Because Michael Cohen was a lawyer, Paul Manafort was a campaign.
But you know, I'm trying to be invitive and trying to be friendly. Let me tell you something. I got a liberal in my family, and it really is what news station do you watch and what do you want to believe? Because you can debunk any story of any side when you start digging in the facts or what you Google.
Was Donald Trump convicted of 34
Google
counts
is
of
a
fraud?
little more. Can I finish fucking talking, man? Google is a little more left-leaning than it is right. That's a fact. We all know that is to be true. If you deny it, you're
a search engine doesn't lean anyway.
Oh yes, it does. There's been lawsuits. There's been yes, it absolutely
I don't know what
does.
the lawsuit means. You can sue people for anything. Was Donald Trump convicted of 34 counts of fraud?
Okay. Now can I lead you down a path?
It's a yes or no question.
Has any the fraud he was convicted of, has anybody ever been charged on the face of the planet for that crime before?
Class C felonies, yes.
Nope. Nobody's ever been charged with that, and it was a misdemeanor, and they upped them to a felonies.
How did it
and
get
then
up
when
to
he
a
said,
felony?
Hey, can I want to do my own research on this? They
How
said,
did
no,
it
you
get up
can't.
to a
Then
felony?
they put a gag order on him.
How did it get up to a felony?
Oh, that's what we'd all like to know.
I know. You just don't.
Alvin Bragg upcharged him to felonies.
What's the difference between the misdemeanor charge and the felony?
While Alvin Bragg was doing everybody's felonies down to misdemeanors, he decided to do Trump's misdemeanor up to a felony.
What is the difference
the
between the misdemeanor charge and the
nobody
felony
ever
charge?
been charged with that crime before on the face of the planet.
What's the difference between the misdemeanor charge and the felony charge? Because you keep rambling. I'm going to need you to start answering questions.
I don't know what you think is right.
What's the difference between the felony and misdemeanor charge?
The upgrade that Alvin Bragg did. That
You're describing the upgrade. You're not telling me the difference. What is the difference? And you can say you do not know.
Oh, I guess I will tell you I do not. And I'm not the smartest guy on the planet, but common sense is common sense.
Common sense is common sense. You're clearly lacking it. The difference between the misdemeanor and
So
the
tell me what
felony
it is.
charge, it gets upgraded to a felony because the lawyers proved intent. In the state of you're the one who's breaking up. Something's wrong with your service. You started cutting out. It was upgraded to a felony charge because it is then a felony when you're able to prove intent.
Right.
You prove that you intended to defraud. Whatchamacallit? Are you fucking peeing, bro? Is this motherfucker peeing on my goddamn life? Trump supporters request up in the box. You're the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, you can call the number on screen, 737-295-5321. Guys, double tap the screen. Let's get the likes up to 100K and beyond. We've been live for about 30 minutes, and the engagement is slow. Get the engagement up. Let's get the likes up. We have 44 more of the boxing gloves there. Please be sure to knock those out. Of course, the links in the bio are the best ways to support the platform, so make sure you're following me and check those out if you want to get some merch. Join the Discord community or follow me on the social media platforms. Of course, donating directly to the links in bio as well. Hector Talks with 2 R's and Cash App and Venmo and PayPal. Hector Pal with 2 O's and 2 R's. I don't know what he was doing. I didn't want to take the chance if he was peeing, so I muted him. I don't know if he knows how to unmute. I just hear water running. I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Too many people like to come up here and pee on the mic. It's weird. It's weird. W's in the chat to Crow for the dollar Venmo. Relevant link incoming. Okay, got you. You can hold.
Call from
Matt.
Matt, you're on the line. Did you vote for Trump?
I did.
All right, hold please. We're finishing up with a guest here. So you do not know the difference between the misdemeanor and the felony charge. The felony charge was upgraded when they were able to prove that he intentionally lied, when he intentionally falsified those business records. That's why it is a felony in the state of New York. They didn't just upgrade it just because they could. There would be no legal basis for it. It was intent that they were able to prove.
But Trump is the only one that has ever been charged that crime.
No.
And he got a gag order.
You're incorrect.
And he's not allowed to go look his own properties. I mean, there was a lot of funny stuff happening.
What do you mean, look at his own properties?
The evaluation. Hey, man, sorry, I'm drinking. Like I said, I'm not as equipped as you are. But he was not allowed to evaluate his own properties. They did it.
Because he lied. Why would you let the person who lied about the worth of your properties to intentionally get higher business loans to go and assess his properties again? That was the...
But they worth his property is next to nothing.
They use previous assessments, specifically from 2011 to 2021, and they showed that he grossly inflated the worth of his property. That is why.
Well, but that's what rich people do to secure loans for next projects.
That is criminal.
Well, it was misdemeanors.
No, it wasn't. Not when you were able to prove intent.
All right,
also, I just mixed up the New York and Florida case, but yeah. Regardless, he lost them both.
Yeah, of course he did. Because, of course, dude, do you not remember the trials? Do you not remember the scrutiny when this was going on right before the election? I mean, the timing was so perfect. Come on, man. It was a little bit staged. That's all I'm saying. I don't care if Trump I don't care what he... Listen.
What makes it staged?
The timing.
The timing. What does that mean? Donald Trump,
right before the election,
ran for president of the United States in 2016. You know what happens every single time someone decides to run for president? They're put under a microscope. They get the spotlight on them. When the spotlight's on you for the highest office in the country, dirty laundry gets aired. That is our job as Americans, as journalists, as media networks, to vet, to validate, to see what's in our candidates' closets so we know who should be in the seat and who shouldn't. You're complaining about the timing of it when the timing couldn't be better.
Oh, I'm not complaining. You guys complain about it. I don't complain about it. I
just literally just complain about the timing.
No, I'm just showing facts.
What is factual about your allegation? You're saying this all happened just because he ran for president? Yes, it happened because he ran for president. Because the spotlight was put on him. And people had more of a reason to care about Donald Trump outside of the fact that he was just a businessman. Cherry, did you vote for Trump?
I did.
All right, hold please. Atwood, go back down to the comments, bro. You need to listen in some more. Oh, we have someone on the line. All right, caller, you said you voted for Trump. Do you regret your vote?
No, I did want to kind of piggyback on what you guys were talking about with the Trump case, the 34 count case.
Did you or did you not vote for Donald Trump?
Yes, I voted for him.
And do you regret your vote?
No, I don't.
What are you trying to piggyback off of?
So the 34 count case that you guys are talking about, essentially during that case, in New York State law, it's upgraded, it's escalated to a felony if they could tie the misdemeanors in. If the misdemeanors were quote unquote committed and to conceal oh my God, I couldn't speak English. They were committed to conceal a crime, another crime.
You called in to explain what I was saying? That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Cherry, you sent you an invite to unmute, and yes, Jay, I do see your article here. New York State has issued nearly 9,800 felony charges of falsifying business records since 2015. No shit. Like, to make it the claim that no one was charged for falsifying business records in lieu of another crime is insane. Absolutely insane. Put you on Do Not Disturb. All right, Cherry, you voted for Trump, and do you regret your vote?
No, I do not.
Wonderful. Hold on. Why is this not working?
Call from
Amanda.
All right, why is that?
Well, I have a question for you. Every time someone comes on your panel and they have their point of view, you kind of swipe them down. So how are you biased?
I don't come up here to argue people's point of view. I come here to argue facts and evidence.
You didn't answer my question.
I shut down people arguing their opinions because your opinion is irrelevant to me if it's not rooted in empirical data.
You don't even make no damn sense.
Tell me what I've said so far that doesn't make any sense.
Every time someone comes
Why are
on
you
your
echoing?
panel,
Do you have like something playing in the background or what?
no, I do not. But that's beside the point, right? That's my new. My whole thing is every time someone comes on here with their point of view and you don't agree with it, you shut them down.
What is 2 + 2?
How is that a diabolical debate? You're not
A diabolical
even
debate?
trying to be.
What is 2 + 2?
You're not trying to be reasonable.
What is 2 + 2?
You want everyone to side with
What is
your
2 +
point
2?
of view.
What is 2 + 2?
Not you. Not you.
I know.
Not you.
What is 2 + 2?
Because you have to understand
What is 2
that
+ 2,
there are going
Cherry?
to be people that come on.
What is 2 + 2, Cherry? I need you to answer that question. And I want to make it clear to anyone who thinks I'm being condescending with that question, go watch my last video where a Trump supporter said it was 7, and he was dead fucking serious. I'm not being condescending. Go watch my last video on my profile where the Trump supporter said it was 7. So no, I'm genuinely and dead serious asking this question to make sure we're on the same playing field of reality. That's all I want to do. So I need you to answer the question, what is 2 + 2? Stop, you're giving her the answer is crazy, Jolly. Shut up, Jolly. Cherry, what is 2 + 2? I sent you the invite to unmute.
Get your fairy ass on. You a fairy.
I have
dude.
no wings. Guys, there is a fairy gift. There is a fairy gift in the thing. If you guys would like to send me the fairy gift, I would greatly appreciate it. Okay, got you. Since you don't know since you don't know what 2 + 2, no, I don't live by the Bible actually. Since you don't know what 2 + 2 is, I'm going to tell you. The answer is 4. So, if someone comes up here and they tell me that 2 + 2 equals anything other than 4, that's not my opinion when I tell them that they're wrong and stupid. That is fact. So if you have an issue with me telling stupid people that they're wrong, then maybe you should stop being that stupid person I tell off. And she ran.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Trump supporters request up in the box. You are the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the Tube side, you can call the number on screen, 737-295-5321. Debbie's in the chat to Securitron for the $10 super chat. Caller sounds like he got holes in his tube socks and dried up food and saliva stains on his 3-week worn sweat-stained tank top. That's diabolical. W's in the chat to you, Securitron. I appreciate your support.
Call from
Barry.
Barry on the line. Did you vote for Trump?
Yeah, I did.
And do you regret your vote?
I did not.
You did not regret your vote.
No, I do not. Sorry.
You do not regret your vote. Why is that?
Am I on the live right now?
No, you're in space.
No, I think we know mostly what we voted for. Ultimately, there are decisions he's made recently that maybe we don't really agree with. Well, I don't really agree with for the most part, but I think he's given us mostly what we voted for, sure.
Cool. Erica, you got a minute?
What's that?
I'm sorry. I just washed my hands because I took out the trash. Yes, I have a minute.
Okay, excuse me. I got to do something.
Who's the
Talk to
man?
him.
I'm the man.
He said he doesn't
Strong,
regret his
healthy,
vote
black
because,
man.
because we mostly know who we voted for, whatever.
Okay, all right, cool. I heard that part. Hi, sir. All right, so what is it that you voted for that Trump is doing?
What do we voted for? Deportations.
He's not doing those.
Say that again.
He's not doing those.
He's deporting people.
No, it's not. Not doing mass deportation. I thought he said mass deportation. I thought he'd be getting them out of here in the droves and millions. You want to know what he is doing?
Deportations. That's what we voted for, regardless whether they're mass or not.
Oh, so you lowered your standards a little bit? Didn't he promise y'all
that's
mass
what we voted for.
deportation? Didn't he promise
What's
y'all
that?
mass deportations?
I mean, it doesn't really matter what
English, motherfucker.
if they're
You
mass
speaking?
or not. If deportation's a deportation.
No, that wasn't the question, friend. The question was, didn't Donald Trump promise you all mass deportations?
I don't really care what politicians promise, to be honest.
You don't really care?
It's more
You
about
really?
what
So
they
what
do.
is it that you actually vote for? Hold on. How do you not? You say, I don't really care about what politicians promise. It's more about what they do. But
Yeah, they
all
say
right. How
things
do you
to
know?
get voted.
Hold on. Time out. Excuse me. I was still talking. How do you know what they're going to do unless they promise it? Because then it'll be a promise fulfilled. And you said you voted for Donald Trump because he's doing the things he said he was going to do. You just contradicted yourself and you don't even know it.
Politicians promise the world and they don't give it. So I don't know what you're getting at here. I don't think any politician
You don't
deliver on
understand.
everything they
You
said.
don't understand what you just said out of your own mouth. Though? I just want to make sure.
No, my point is politicians, they say a lot of things that they're going to do and they don't do that for the most part. That's how it works. That's how politics works.
Okay, exactly. Just like Donald Trump promised you all mass deportation and he's not fulfilling that. Can you get us the latest stats on deportations? Like, what did they do in April?
What did they do in April?
Yeah, how many did they do in April? How many
I
deportations?
don't know. I don't have the updated figures at my fingertips.
So how do you know that Donald Trump is actually doing the deportations if you're not following the figures? I'm very confused.
Like I said, we voted for him to deport people that don't belong here, that are criminals, that are convicted criminals mostly, which he said he's done. And those are the ones that we're focused on in the beginning.
Which he
Sure, if
said
you want to
he's
get into
done. So you just
semantics and
take his
say,
wait. He doesn't believe in like politician promises. But some reason or another, Trump says that they're deporting violent criminals. Then you know what? They're deporting violent criminals. But I think it's funny considering that per a Cato study that during going 73% of the people that are currently sitting in ICE detention don't have any type of criminal record. Also, Donald Trump and his friends, all right, at DHS, they're not even tracking deportations like they did in the previous administration, of course, in the Biden and other administrations since the formation of ICE in 2003. They're not even tracking it.
Yeah,
that's
why
crazy.
they're not counting encounters as part of that stuff, right? As part of the tracking measure that they're doing that they used to do. Is that true?
What?
He just said
under
words.
Obama, under Biden, under Biden and under Obama. What's that?
What about under Biden and Obama? Biden
Under
and Obama.
Biden.
No,
Under
he said
Biden.
Biden. He said
Encounters
Biden.
Encounters at the border counted as a deportation.
No, they don't.
Yes, they did.
Deportations and encounters are two different
It was provided in the figures.
No.
Prove it.
It wasn't. Those are two different things.
Okay.
Okay, so hey Hector, right? So if under Biden, right? And so if under Biden's administration during 2021 through 2025, right? If they were counting encounters at the border as what did he say? Deportations, then guess what that would mean,
yeah.
Hector?
That would
mean that Biden had how many deportations at the border?
Between 10.2 to 10.8 million.
Thank you. Damn. Forget Obama as the deporter in chief. We got Biden as the deporter in chief. Shout out to Biden.
Shout out to Biden, cooking him up.
No, he should. I think Trump should learn from him and deport even more. The more, the merrier.
Well, he's been failing miserably. Not to mention, you can't keep your story straight. 1 minute he's doing everything that you voted for him to do, which would have been his campaign
I didn't
promises.
say that.
And then the next minute you said, campaign promises mean nothing, politicians lie, da-da-da. And then you followed up with, well, he said he's deported this much people. But then if you go back to your previous statements, politicians lie. So which one is it?
When politicians run for office, they talk shit to get people to vote for them on both sides. That is how it works. We all understand that. No promises 100% are kept between any administration. Okay? We voted for a little bit of change because we were sick of what was going on at the time. Most people did, including many Democrats.
So
That's
what you're
all
saying
I'm
is
saying.
not a single thing that Donald Trump ran off of doing in the 2024 election affected your vote.
When Donald Trump ran in 2024, there were things going on in the country that people did not agree with. That were talking points.
It's not what I asked you.
And
I asked you if you're saying that nothing Donald Trump ran off of in 2024 was the reason you voted for him.
I voted for him because, number one, we wanted deportations and we were sick of
And
the
Donald
BS
Trump
that we were
ran
being
off of
fed by
mass
the media.
deportations. Oh, snap. That was a campaign promise that he made. One that he's failing at. Next one.
What do you consider mass deportations? Like, what level do you consider a mass deportation event? Like, how many in a year? Like 8 million?
I don't know. Go
what
off
you mean?
of who Donald Trump said he intended to deport.
Did
10
he
million.
give a number?
Or at least that was an
I don't
estimate that was
think he-
made up based off of getting rid of every single one. They came
No, I
up
don't
with the
think he
10
gave an
million
actual
number.
number.
Based
He
off
ga-
the
he just-
encounters, yes. Hell,
He did
he
not
went as
give
far
a
as saying
number.
there's 20, 30 million illegal ones here. He still touts that around today.
Like, I think he says more like 20 million, but
He's
Sure.
literally, they've said 30 before. It doesn't matter. Both of those numbers are grossly incorrect.
I think
He said he wanted to deport approximately 1 million per year. Is what he wanted to do. 1 million per year.
1 million. How many did he do in
He's
25?
not on track. He's not on track for it at all.
About 700,000. Is that what it was in 2025?
No. Because 600,000
what-
was allegedly self-deportation. Self-deportations, we don't even have the numbers to back up.
Okay, but the 600,000 figure you're talking about, that included quote unquote self-deportations?
No, 600,000 alone is... Wait, hold on. Am I mixing up my stuff? So I believe we had... I believe they were touting around 2 million with a certain percentage being self-deportation. Let me make sure I'm not mixing them up.
Okay.
Deportations. Bum, 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 bum. More than 600,000. 1.9%. Ah, got it. Okay. So deportations was the 600,000 number, and then the self-deportations, they were saying that was the 1.6, now 1.9 million individuals.
Yeah, so 605,000 deportations between January and December of 2025.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if if those didn't include self-deportations, then the number would be higher if they were to physically deport those who did self-deport, correct?
What?
Dude, what is your chiropractor's bill like? Like, how much do you pay that person? The
I'm just
twists
asking
and
the
turns
question.
that you take with your brain to make this nonsense fit your narrative is like astounding. The fuck? If we're not counting the deportation numbers, then they don't count. What are we doing here? He didn't reach his target. The hell?
Again, what the 605,000 that you get, is that including self-deportations or not?
I literally just said it. 600,000 is nothing to do with the self-deportation. That number is another
Okay.
1.9 million.
Sure. Again, if those people that self-deported were actually deported and counted towards the statistic, it would be much higher.
Yes. They can't prove
Okay.
it. They provided no metric whatsoever to substantiate the fact that we've given 1.9 million undocumented migrants $1,000 to self-deport. It's not reflected in any audit, any budget, any nothing.
Irregardless, the point is there's no actual number that was given
Irregardless.
during his campaign. There was no, we're going to deport this amount per year. There was none of that.
You know what, Hector?
It was an
Hector, can you
open-ended
just
discussion.
can you do the thing where like I need you to do the thing really quick. I gotta say something. I need you to do the thing.
Sir, Donald Trump
Yes.
is failing on that. He's failing on lowering your taxes.
Can
He's
you
failing on no new
please do the
wars.
thing.
Yeah, he can't hear you.
Why are you knocking on my damn door like the
Why
police?
would you say he's failing on lowering
What?
taxes?
Well, hold on. He's failed on lowering taxes because he would have kept the same ones under his previous bill, which would have kept it the same, and then adding an additional
He
tax
did.
to his tariffs.
He did.
So then he didn't lower it.
He extended the tax bill that
Again, that's
he
not
had
that's not
under his
lowering
first
it.
administration.
And that was the exact same plan to keep those tax cuts, the doubling the standard deduction, under the Biden proposed and Kamala sponsored tax plan they put forward. And then, like I said, he imposed an additional tax via his tariffs, which the Supreme Court and the International Trade Court found to be unconstitutional. He can't hear you, Erica. What?
Under the JPSOA, sure, or CA, whatever the hell.
Under
it's
the
called.
what?
He pushed the tariffs.
Did you just say under the JCCOA?
Hold on a second.
Did he mean IEPA? What's he talking about? What's happening, Hector? I tuned out for a moment. I got
Yeah, under
snacks.
April.
So,
Hold on a second. I'm trying to
wallowing.
figure something out here.
This bro said, is that what he said? JSPOA? He says
I don't know.
JPSOA.
JCCAO? AO? Doggo? What's his name?
No, so yeah, under IEPA, yeah, sure. He included all that stuff under IEPA, and that's why I got struck down because it was too overarching.
No. Outside of IEPA, the additional tariffs he tried to impose after it was shut down by the Supreme Court was also deemed by the International Trade Court as unconstitutional.
The International Trade Court has nothing to do with the Constitution. What are you talking about?
My God.
What's the International Trade Court, friend? What's the International Trade Court?
It has nothing to do with the U.S. Constitution, though.
Would you be surprised if I told you that the International Trade Court was something that's actually established by the United States Constitution, Article 3 to be exact? Would you be surprised?
Sure, but it.
Okay, I just told you, now be surprised.
I understand what the trade court is, but my point is it has nothing to do with the Constitution directly.
It's established by Article 3 of the Constitution. It is a federal court, sir. It's a federal court. Do you think that the International Trade Court is a court outside of the U.S.?
The ITC is in New York State.
Uh-huh.
You know what the international court, where this court is? Sure.
Okay. All right. Cool. And so I will tell you that the reason why they did strike down the section, was it 103? I think that's what it is. I'm not sure. Or 122. Hector, can you get the section for me?
122.
It was 122. Hey, look at me being on it. But yeah, they they struck down the section 122 tariffs. Because I know you're reading it right there. Because the Trump administration tried to say that it was a trade balance deficit, something to that effect, and that's no about a pay balance deficit. So basically, like when a country doesn't pay its debt back to the United States of America, so like they skip payments or they don't pay interest, so on and so forth. The Trump administration was trying to claim that the trade deficits were in fact that. And the court was like, no, that's not how any of this work. They're not the same thing. So that's why it was struck down.
Well, yeah, it says here that it basically despite determining that the policy itself exceeded presidential authority, it was unauthorized by law and invalid. Sure, but I don't understand what the point is. What are you
You
trying
do
to
know
get
why
at as
he
far as the
exceeded
tariffs
his
and tax?
you know why he exceeded his authority, right? Because
Sure, but
which branch of
many presidents
government
do things
can
that exceed their authority,
no
and
no no
that's
no.
why you have the court system.
Which branch of government can levy tariffs?
Say that again?
Which branch of government can levy tariffs? I do not want to argue against ChatGPT.
I'm
Just
not
please
arguing.
answer.
I'm not arguing. We're having a conversation. The legislature, Congress.
I don't want to have a conversation with ChatGPT then.
I'm definitely not ChatGPT. Clearly, I didn't know what the hell you were talking about previously, so I had to look it up a little bit. I don't want to be given the wrong information either.
But you said it so confidently wrong.
Regardless, what's the point with tariffs and taxes? I don't understand what the argument here
is. Is an imposed tax on Americans.
American
after he
businesses,
ran off of
corporations.
lowering your taxes. And who paid 60 to 70% of that additional cost?
I don't know who did. Is that an assumption or is this a definite fact?
It is a fact, you and I. We
It's
paid
a
the
fact
cost of
that
the tariffs,
Americans
something
paid
that
60
the
to
top
70%.
economists in the country estimated this, because that's what happens when corporations have to pay more money. They don't go, oh, we'll eat it, it's fine, we want to help people. They go, somebody's going to pay for this and it's not us. That's exactly what we saw happen. There's a few companies, I think Costco was one for a little bit, Black & Decker,
GM tried and lost so much money.
That's true. They tried to eat it up for a little bit temporarily, and there's some corporation that said, per this latest settlement, that they may try to pass that cost back through like discounts and stuff. But we paid the majority of those increases.
And how long were those tariffs implemented for that Americans were paying those taxes on, supposedly?
For the time periods that they were implemented. Some were 30 days before you tacoed out. Some were 2. Some were struck. Like, we paid them.
Oh, so they weren't for very long then. There was a very limited amount of time.
He literally went on and off for the entire year of 2025 into 2026.
Sure. So obviously that's all in the past now. Why is this a problem now? I'm not sure what
we're going back to you saying he's doing what you voted for him to do.
Yes, we voted
and we've
for
mentioned
him to
two
implement
things
tariffs,
that he's failed on.
We voted for him to implement tariffs. He did. Sure.
The implementation of the tariff did not do what he said it was going to do.
We don't know because it only lasted for 30 days.
Because
60
he
days,
couldn't even be consistent with it. Take the Supreme Court and International Trade Court and other ones, take that aside and them striking tariffs down. He couldn't even keep many of his tariffs consistent. He kept talking out.
The point of the tariffs were to bring businesses back into the country.
We've lost businesses.
What's that?
We've lost businesses. The only thing that we quote unquote brought back, the only commitments that we have are in investments. The 9.7 trillion that he advertises on the White House website, none of which has actually turned into real businesses. I won't say none. The majority of it haven't turned into real business investments here in the United States.
Why do you say that when they're investing the money directly into the United States through contracting and all sorts of stuff to build these plants?
Where are those additional contracts?
That's money
and
that's
bills?
going into the economy.
Where are they?
What's that?
Where are these contracts?
I mean, the contracts? I don't know what you mean by contracts.
You're saying they brought businesses back, and we've only had, for the most part, commitments. And some of those commitments were made specifically under 2022 in places like Virginia with manufacturing, and places like Massachusetts. What new investments in businesses have we seen?
I mean, I'm sure
W Galaxy.
We got what's this? Google building stuff. You got NVIDIA building stuff. You got TSMC building stuff. It's not all built yet and actually functioning, sure. But the amount of money that they're talking about will make a huge difference in the economy.
Many of those investments that you're referencing were previous pledges that were well made under the Biden administration that they were bringing to fruition now. Secondly, this idea that investments only happened under Trump is ridiculous because we saw record investments here in the United States under the Biden administration. So Donald Trump solely wasn't the person to do it.
Oh, I agree
especially
with
at
that.
the cost of the manufacturing jobs that we've lost.
There was investment on the Biden. Nobody's denying that. But you have companies, Apple, Amazon, whatever, Micron, IBM, all these companies that they're announcing investments in the country. Whether or not it's come to fruition yet, I'm sure there's regulations. I'm sure it's going to take time. It's not going to happen overnight. But that's huge investments in the country that will benefit Americans.
As they're laying off employees and replacing many of their jobs with AI. So all this investments for robots. Also due to the Big Beautiful Bill, ramping up the infrastructure and regulations, or lacks of regulations on their AI data centers in key areas, specifically places like Texas, where we're already suffering from a lack of water. So what are all these investments doing if they're not going towards Americans getting employed?
I mean, AI has been in the stratosphere for quite some time now. It's only gotten more traction recently because of the whole mainly between China and the U.S.
And the investments of taxpayer dollars that Donald Trump put at the beginning, I think it was February 2025, into it. And the ramping up of it under the Big Beautiful Bill.
Okay, what's your point? Do you think AI shouldn't be looked into? Do you think it should be just abolished completely?
I think it should be regulated. Donald Trump is not for regulations. States, individually, blue states specifically, are the ones putting regulations on AI. Regulations against making people into for CSAM or AIing someone, fucking someone else, and politicians, child porn, so on and so forth. Those are happening on the state level, specifically blue states. Federally, not at all.
So all right. So as far as AI is concerned, because it's interesting you bring up AI, it says mostly a couple of studies and estimates and stuff basically say that the most vulnerable jobs, entry-level data clerks, sure, basic customer service agents and operators, call center operators, obviously, because that's obviously getting rooted out slowly, routine coding and programming, basic paralegal and financial advising tasks. And then it says roughly projections suggest AI could eventually replace or eliminate about 10% of existing roles. So, sure, AI is probably going to take over some percentage of the workforce.
It already has.
What's that?
It already has.
Okay, but that's something that is going to inevitably happen.
Thank you, Gucci.
What's that?
unless we had more regulations on it.
Okay, so if it's inevitable that it's going to happen, where do Americans work? Where do Americans
I
work?
mean,
The customer service jobs, the entry level data entry jobs, the jobs, the jobs. Where do Americans work?
I work in a trade, so I'm not sure what you're getting at. There's many
So is
different
everyone
jobs. They're not
supposed to get
all
a
data entry.
trade? How does it stay competitive? This is capitalism, buddy. We got to stay competitive. How does it stay competitive if everyone gets a trade? If everyone is a plumber or an electrician or a HVAC guy, all right, or a welder or a carpenter, right? How does it stay competitive?
It ultimately stays competitive by, you mean like the people themselves or the company itself?
The work, bro, the work. If one person needs a welder, okay, I'm not gonna say a welder. One person needs a carpenter, all right.
Okay.
In 2025, just arbitrary numbers. I hope you can follow along. All right. In 2025, all right, let's say there were 100 carpenters in 2025. It's now 2027, and because of AI, we got a whole bunch of people who got laid off from like their white collar jobs, and now they're doing blue collar work, and now we have 3,000 carpenters to choose from. How does it remain competitive? How do you make
carpentry
money?
skill. A trade skill
Look,
isn't
he about to
something
try
you
to
learn
get.
overnight.
He's probably going to try to get into the minutia of it. Look at it.
It's the
I
truth.
swear to God, Hector.
You're talking as if a trade is an easy thing to learn. It's not. It takes years to
I
be
never said
good
that it
at.
was an easy thing to learn, sir. I said, where do Americans work? What jobs do we do? Right? You said, well, I have a trade. Okay, great. You have a trade. Wonderful. All right. You're not the only person who has a trade. Also, you're not the only person that's capable of obtaining a trade. All right. Many people can go and learn how to do a trade, friend. It was simply just an example. Okay. It was an example. That's all that it was. All right. So, with people having the ability to learn how to do things, right? They can do that. If we have an influx or oversaturation of these people now learning trades, okay, how does it stay competitive? How do y'all make money in these trades?
I'm not worried about AI white collar
Oh my
jobs taking over
God.
what I do in particular.
Romas own, you just said it. Romas literally said, I hope I'm saying your name right, friend. He just said that I work a trade attitude is the exact problem. I'm fine, so everyone else be damned. And like clockwork, you just said that. Bruh, I swear to God. No, he's not tracking the conversation, but here we are.
Why am I going to worry about what's going on with all these other people that make their own choices? That's their lives and their choices that they make. It's not
What
my
trade do you do,
fault that
friend?
somebody. What's that?
What trade do you do? What trade? What's your trade?
CNC machinist.
CNC machinist? What's CNC stand for?
Computer numeric controlled machines. And I
All
also
right. So when the
program
robots come and take your motherfucking job, we're gonna say that's
they
your
definitely
choice
are
that
not.
you
What was that
that
acronym?
you made.
What was that acronym?
CNC machinist.
CNC.
CNC, and what does that mean?
Computer numerically controlled.
Okay. Interesting.
And yes, there are robots that are invading the space, sure, but it comes with the territory, so you learn how to run a robot.
Until the robots run the robot.
I don't think that's going to happen.
He
If
thinks that
robots
every
start making babies,
CNC
we're going to have problems.
mechanist is gonna basically run a darn going robot. So y'all gonna have each one of y'all gonna have your own individual robot, or is it gonna be one guy controlling 100 robots? Like, bro, you don't think things through, and that's the problem here. You are laughable. You definitely are laughable. And if I were you, I would laugh too if I was getting this fucking demolished. Hey Hector, this is a diabolical debate.
I don't see how anybody's getting demolished and confused here.
Also, the reason why your
Bruh.
job isn't really being impacted heavily, Led, is because of the shortages. But with the ramping up of AI, it's not going to be short for long. The whole point is AI is threatening us all, and quite frankly, Democrats and Republicans somewhat are on board with it. But the big, beautiful bill was Republican led and Republican voted on, and we need more regulations. Donald Trump does not want those regulations. In fact, before that provision was ripped out, he was trying to deregulate it even further to ramp up these data centers. And those costs of running them in these areas, specifically that need water and electricity so heavily, is being passed on to the consumer, not the businesses, the billion-trillion-dollar institutions that are creating them. None
See,
of this is benefiting you.
I'm not disagreeing with you saying that AI is going to start and it's going to affect people in trade. Sure, I totally understand what you're saying, and I don't disagree. I personally think AI is 10 years away from being relevant to the point where it does affect people like you're talking about. I think we still have a ways to go, and I think that, yes, regulations, sure, there should be more regulations on AI because ultimately we don't know what's going to happen. But at the end of the day, it is going to happen. There's nothing we can do about it at this point. We can fight back, or we can fucking go with the flow and figure things out as we go along.
Your vote for Trump was not fighting back. Give me a second to do some thank yous. W's in the chat to Anonymous for the $10 Venmo. W's in the chat to Gucci for the shoe and the relief emoji. W's in the chat to Cassie for the $5 Venmo. I have 2 degrees, working on a third, and 30 years of work experience in multiple work environments. No one is hiring because of AI. I make $17 an hour in a job I did not go to school for, which is crazy. Mind you, Cassie,
That's her
if you
problem.
have student loan debt, and come July the 1st, they're going to start defaulting you. And then if you don't pick one of their payment plans for money that you don't have, making $17 an hour, they're going to start garnishing up to 30% out of your check. That was the rule. DOE recently. I'm working with the Treasury. That's exactly what they're going to start doing.
Do you have any more? Just want to make sure.
Yes. W's in the chat to Melvin for the $2 super chat. People need to do their research before debating. I'm just saying. Well, this is a conversational space that they often turn into debates, but it does never cease to amaze me how much things that they say, knowing nothing about it. Guys, if you're not following me, hit that follow button in the top left corner. We are live every Saturday after 3 p.m. CST and randomly a bit throughout the week. You see the sticker up there. You know what's happening here. Share out the live with your friends and family as well. Repost, add to your story. My mod keeps yelling at you down from the chat. 418 people in here. We can get the likes up to 100K, and we can do that within the next 10 minutes. To take your fingers out of wherever they are, double tap that screen till the heart bar gets full, easily get the likes up. We have 44 more of these little journeys to go. If we can get Erica up some more coins as well for the work she's putting in, please do so and hit up the links in the bio. And of course, links in the bio is the best way to support the platform with Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, following the social media platforms, joining in Discord, or getting yourself some merchandise such as the combo with Neverline or make 2 + 2 = 4 again, because clearly some people think it's 5. If you're over on the tube side, please make sure you like the stream, subscribe, turn on notification bells. If you want to support, you may send a super chat or a super sticker, and now become a member. If you'd like to become a member, enjoy the perks, please feel free to subscribe there. Appreciate every last one of you. All right, Erica, did you have something before we let him respond?
Yeah, he says that like he thinks that AI impacting like the job market is like 10 years off. No, it's not. Amazon did its largest layoffs in the span of about 6 months between the two in late 2025 and early 2026, when they laid off 30,000 employees. And one of the reasons listed was due to their move towards using AI to fill in those roles. So it's here, it's now. Microsoft is the same. So it's here. It's now. We don't have to wait. All right. So I don't know. Like, I'm gonna ask you. All right. Do you understand what Hector means when he says that regulation is needed on AI? And if you do, please explain to us what you think that regulation is. If not, just say I don't know.
If you're what type of regulation are you talking about? Are you talking about like construction regulation? Are you talking about actually like regulation implementing the speed at which these data centers are built? Like, what are you talking about? Regulation.
In part, that would be one of them. The speed of some of these centers for environmental reasons is huge, specifically in red states like Texas, states like Arizona, what's that other one that experiences droughts quite often, where we don't get a bunch of rain and we're dry as hell. That is super duper important because we are draining the water supply, as some of us are barely getting by off of what we already get, as we're also deregulating the cleanliness of the water that we have to use, and then we're putting the cost onto consumers. We can talk about regulations that say if you were to build these centers, they need to take the right, what you call it, EPA regulations for one. They cannot be placed nearby cities and drain away from the resources that said city has. And you can't just fire fucking people or replace their jobs without some type of proper, I would say, compensation package.
I thought that the AI centers were supposed to not be built around high density areas.
It's all ultimately dependent on your state and what your city councils and otherwise would approve.
Okay, but I thought federal regulation said that they couldn't build these centers in high density populated areas like bigger cities and stuff like that.
What regulation would
There isn't,
like,
yeah.
What
would that be?
The whole point is we don't have any.
Okay, well, I mean, I get what you're saying. Like the resource drain, sure, that's obviously a huge fucking problem, and I don't disagree with that. I don't know what the actual math is. I don't know if there's any data that says that this is what's actually happening. You know, like from a monetary standpoint, how much resources are being drained. I think it's kind of speculative at this point because we don't really know yet.
It's actually not. We've seen energy costs in general go up under the Trump administration, specifically in areas where AI data centers
I don't disagree with that.
have been
Believe
built.
me.
They've seen even more substantial increases. I'm not near any of them, but other people have. It's been reflected in their bills. Granted, some of these are anecdotal. In regards to a full-on report, we don't so much have that, but we know the cost has increased, despite the fact that AI is supposed to decrease it.
I mean, yeah, energy costs has gone up, and I don't think anybody's happy about the cost of gas.
We do have reports on it, though. We
What's
do
that?
have reports. We have reports about the impact of data centers on our water. We have reports on that. Hey, what are we doing? Hey, you can look at like the Lincoln Institute of Land Policy. All right, they have a study out, the data drain, the land and water impacts of the AI boom. It was published in October of 2025. So you can take a look.
What did you say? EESI?
I said, what? Lincoln
Well, I'm reading this.
Institute of Land Policy, and it was published in October of 2025.
I'm reading this EESI site, and you're right. Like it talks about how most of the fresh water that these data centers have actually evaporates, which is not good. Sure, that's a fucking problem. A medium-sized data center can consume up to 110 million gallons of water per year. Wow. See, I didn't know that. Okay, that's good that you learn something new every day. I didn't know that. I didn't know that they actually used water at that level to cool these centers down.
While I respect him learning things in real time,
but again, they don't talk
fucking
about that,
ridiculous
so
how they're willing to debate things they don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a real thing. Lots of water.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
these
hopefully-
days, the energy that it takes to they use more energy to actually do the output than they do to actually create the energy, the input. So that's why these things are extremely expensive and detrimental to the environment. And also, again, the citizens in the surrounding areas of these data centers end up paying the cost because for some reason or another, our local municipalities and whatnot, even our states, like to give these people incentives to come build these data centers that would maybe hire, 15 people in total, right? Like there's a town in Georgia right now where the people, because of the data center that they have, it's a meta data center. So not Microsoft, so like Facebook, Zuckerberg and them, Zuck the fuck, right? They have a data center that they built in this small town in Georgia. And this thing uses so much water, right? that the people surrounding the data center have low water pressure to it's just a trickle coming out, and the only way that they can actually mitigate it is by digging a well on their property, which can cost thousands of dollars. Remember, this is small town America. All right, where these people can get this money to build these wells?
Yeah, see, that's part of the problem. Like, we were sold the idea that
Thank you. Have a great night.
we were sold the idea that they would build electrical, like they would build their own electrical grid essentially, and then give back to the community all the excess electricals that they
sold.
That's what was said, though.
Okay, why are we out here believing what they say? This is literally the entire point of the government stepping in, Congress, the House and the Senate, putting forward bills, which we've seen a few so far, not leave the committee, to regulate these centers, to have a requirement, a standard of how they were supposed to build these, what they would pull from, and so on and so forth. That has not been supported by the vast majority of anyone in Congress, but specifically Republicans.
Well, did you not say that both sides are basically at the same point?
Democrats are, or have been, and put forward more bills and more restrictions on these data centers. And the ones that haven't been, this is a midterm election, we've been voting them out.
What, the Democrats?
Uh-huh.
Did you vote for a Democrat in 24?
Please tell this inept by choice, non-wiping, smooth-brained by design buffoon that Sarah Palin once said, quote, "Only dead fish go with the flow," end quote. How's that for a goddamn platitude? Jesus fucking Christ.
Why do people have to strike with the ad hominem crap? That is so ridiculous.
Let me send a chat to you above infinity. I appreciate your support. Guys, links in the bio or super chat or super sticker. If you'd like to support the stream, please make sure we're taking care of Erica while we're here. 25 more to go. We're almost at 100,000 likes, guys. What are we doing? Double tap that screen. We're almost there. So again, you have yet to substantiate how Donald Trump is doing anything worth a damn based off of what you said, what you voted for him to do that is positively impacting your life.
I did get a lot of taxes back this year. Does that count? I worked a lot of overtime. He gave me some money back. He helped the tip workers. I mean, there's a plus there, right?
You got a lot back in taxes this year.
Quick mod. Do me a favor. Don't just mute. Also do the B word. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Appreciate y'all.
I was on it. Okay. And again, how much more are you going to be able to do with your additional tax or additional refund with the increased cost of living directly due to the Trump administration in growth? That's
nobody's denying how shitty things are right now, dude. Honestly, I mean, we can probably all agree that things are getting pretty chaotic.
Imagine
as far as cost of living.
2024, Kamala Harris wins the election. Her tax plan passes, which would have kept those deductions that you're referencing, also would have had no tax on tips, so on and so forth. And she didn't choose to impose tariffs sweepingly on average goods that we get because we're a consumer nation. She did not choose to start a war with Iran, which jacked up the prices of gas, and you were actually able to utilize that money under a strong economy, the one that Donald Trump was handed January 20th, 2025.
Well, that's all well and good, but, you know, Trump also kind of said the same thing. He said he wasn't going to get into wars either, and look what's happened so far. So you can't believe everything.
Everything I just said is what Trump... everything I just mentioned is what Trump said and what Trump did.
Kamala stole the no tax on tips idea from Trump.
Kamala Harris didn't steal anything from anyone.
Oh,
and if we're going to go by
God.
that line of logic, Donald Trump stole it from Ron Paul. What are we doing?
Sure, but
I could care less where it
fine.
came
but
from.
Kamala came out with that after the fact, after Trump's campaign.
Kamala Harris was not able to put out her full campaign policy platform because Kamala Harris had 107 days to run it while Donald Trump had 2 years.
Well, that's the DNC's fault.
Anything that she would have put out after Donald Trump in any resemblance, you would have said she stole just because she got a late start.
If the DNC had half a brain, they would have stopped Biden from trying to run again in the first place.
DNC doesn't control the president of the United States.
It doesn't matter.
The
dude was
DNC isn't
cooked.
the government.
He was cooked, man. There was no
none of that has
chance that he
anything to
was
do
going to
with
win.
Kamala Harris.
What's that?
None of that has anything to do with Kamala Harris. No
If
one
Harris
cares about
had
Joe
more
Biden.
time,
Joe
it would
Biden's
have been a
off
little
somewhere
bit-
in a nice home with his retirement money, dying from stage 4 colon cancer. I don't give a fuck about Joe Biden right now.
My point is, you're complaining about her not having enough time. If the DNC had any sort of fucking wits, they would have.
I didn't
said
complain about
Biden-
her not having enough time. She did an exceptional job with the time she was given.
I don't think so. I couldn't understand what she was saying half the time.
Name one
She's
policy.
speaking in riddles.
Name one. Kamala Harris was speaking in riddles?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Interesting. Fascinating. Do you know one policy from Kamala Harris?
No, no tax on tips.
Name another policy of hers.
Name another policy of hers. I honestly didn't really follow her very much because I couldn't stand the interviews she was doing, and I just couldn't listen to it.
Can you nuke hurricanes to stop them?
Can you nuke hurricanes?
Yes.
What?
Can you stop a hurricane by nuking it?
What do you mean, with an actual nuclear bomb?
It's a simple question that requires a simple answer. Can you stop
No.
a hurricane by nuking it?
No.
What would you have to say about someone who believes that you can? Would you say that person would be smart, in the right state of mind, and can form a cohesive, educated thought?
I would say that maybe they're uneducated and misinformed. That's all. I wouldn't make a judgment like that.
What if they
I'd say
said
they're stupid.
that magnets don't work underwater?
Again, I would say maybe they don't know that information. There are people with different levels of intellect on this
What if
world.
they said that Puerto Rico wasn't a part of the United States? That Puerto Rico would have to have a different president?
Again, maybe they were misinformed.
What if they said that gas prices were at an all-time low?
Well, right now,
Yeah.
I would say they're probably high.
Okay. That was Donald Trump.
Trump said that gas prices are low.
Yes, he's been saying gas prices hit the lowest they've been in years. He refuses to acknowledge the fact that we've quite literally been at the highest average since 2022.
Yeah, if he said that, that's obviously being super out of touch, because they're not low at all.
Out of touch or
nobody-
lying? You think the president of the United States doesn't know the cost of things?
I don't think he drives. I don't think he really. I don't know. I don't know where his mind is.
You think the
at. I'm
president
not
has
sure. I
to
don't know
drive
who's-
to keep up with gas prices?
People that don't drive don't know how much gas costs.
So the president of the United States has an excuse not to know the price of gas.
Hold on, we got lying thing going on right now. I don't know what's going on here.
Stupid, actually.
Was it the lying game?
No. It is literally his job to know these things.
I can't hear anything. So loud.
It is literally his job to know these things.
What is happening right now?
Some kind of bullshit, Democrat bullshit right now.
Deb's in the chat to Shauna for the $10 Venmo. Not only SOSM, but also the undisputed slayer of MAGA-infested brain cells. Infestation is real talk. Another W's in the chat to Shauna for the 25. I can't take it anymore. W said the chat to Cassie for the $5 Venmo. Why do these people continue to defend PDFs? Maybe because they are one themselves. Ask Justin Ihorn. Big W's to you guys for knocking out the thing here. I'm tired. And y'all's engagement is trash. Is on now. Did you vote for Trump?
Yes, sir. 100%. Twice.
And do you regret your vote?
No. Actually, I'm supporting Donald Trump more than ever. My country, Venezuela, is going to be the 51 state soon. So I guess you already know that.
What?
Yes, sir. I'm from Venezuela, so my country is going to be the 51 state of U.S. state soon.
Where are you getting this from?
I'm not doing this.
Or President J. Donald Trump.
Donald Trump said that Venezuela is going to be the 51st state.
Yes, sir.
And you believe him?
I don't care. All I know is my country getting better. Thank you to Donald Trump.
You don't care. You literally just said, you just said it, and now you're saying you don't care.
Well, I'm a citizen of USA. That's what I'm saying. I vote for Donald Trump here in America. If that's true, it's gonna be 51 and say it's good. If it's not, I don't give a fuck. All I can say is Donald Trump helping my country. I just bring it out to make you mad because you always get mad with everything Donald Trump saying. You know, so that's it.
Donald Trump is a pathological liar. Nothing he says can be trusted or taken as fact.
That's weird because when he say he don't care about America, he care about Iran. You believing, right? So that's bullshit for you.
Donald Trump has never said he doesn't care about America. He cares about Iran.
Well, but your people against Donald Trump saying he don't care about America. He just care about Iran, right? So that's the fucking news. So why you believe that shit and you don't believe the rest?
I don't know.
You see, that's
talking about
hypocrisy
what
for you.
people say versus Donald Trump's words.
Well, all I can tell you is 77 million vote for the man, and we still standing with him. You can see the election. So we getting all these Renos, all these Democrats against Donald, even Republicans against Donald Trump. They losing election right now. So as you see, we supporting the man 100%. So you got a problem right now.
77 million of you voted for the man who's destroying the country.
It's not a factual true. It's just you saying he's not doing the right thing for America. So you're talking about gas, right? Houston, Texas, where I live, we used to have gases 2 months ago, $1.99. So when I say I was paying $1.99, nobody believing because they say Donald Trump, it doesn't have nothing to do with that. But right now it's $3.40, and people is crying like a little bitches. Why?
Donald Trump did absolutely nothing to lower gas prices.
He did.
Yeah, like
he already did 2 months ago.
Asler.
He already proved his
didn't.
point.
Asler.
Yeah.
He didn't.
Go ahead.
Asler. Thank you. Okay, so no, you can't point to any type of regulation or policy, law, or anything of that nature that Donald Trump put his John Hancock on that would show that he actually had anything to do with lowering gas prices. The reason why gas prices were lowered is because OPEC actually increased their production. So they flooded the market with oil. That's why before the Iran war started on February 28th, what we saw was a barrel was about $60-something, if not $60 itself. So it's because OPEC actually increased production is why the price of oil went down. All right. So you don't have any correlation to Donald Trump lowering the oil prices, but we do have a direct correlation to him, all right, being the cause of oil prices going up. And it's February 28th of 2026 when he decided to attack Iran. And the Strait of Hormuz was closed, causing a global oil crisis. It's that simple.
Do you know why Donald Trump changed Gulf of Mexico for Gulf of America? Do you know why
You're
they changed
muffled.
Okay. Can you want me to repeat it again?
Yeah, because you were muffled.
Okay. Do you know why Donald Trump changed the name of Gulf of Mexico to Gulf of America?
He didn't change it to anything.
Oh my
It's still
God.
the Gulf of Mexico.
Okay. You want me to show you my camera on Google saying Gulf of America?
Okay, yeah, and then I want you to show me a map from Europe that shows it as Gulf of America.
You're
Because it's still
right,
Gulf
because
of Mexico.
Yeah, because we always change it for America. So one more thing. The question was why
it's
he
not
changed the name.
changed.
Do you know why he changed the name?
Oh God.
It's not changed then.
So I got a
Thank you,
question.
Care.
Can someone in your panel answer why Donald Trump changed the name of Gulf of Mexico to Gulf of America, please?
Because he's an egotistical maniac.
Yeah,
Who
the
likes
problem
to
with Democrats.
advertise false branding to you guys as power and strength, despite it being insignificant, because the rest of the world understand it to be the Gulf of Mexico.
Okay, it's simple. I just want you the truth, but that's the thing. Democrats, they don't like the truth. The fact is, before Biden get out of the presidency, he just had some facts like American headcount drill in the Gulf of Mexico.
What?
Instead of Donald Trump fighting the law, he just changed the name just to be able to keep drilling. So that's why
He
today
didn't
we got 30 million.
change the name.
You can fax me. You can
The
fax me or
Trump
check me in.
administration calling it the Gulf of America does not make it the Gulf of America.
Sir,
I should have done the
many?
drop fund for this fucker.
I got an easy question for you. How many barrels we drilling daily in America right now?
You tell me.
30 million.
And?
30 million, 13 millions a day in America, USA.
I'm
Do you
sorry,
know that?
is that supposed to be more than the Biden administration?
Yes, sir. A lot of more. Plus,
How much more? Tell me. Give me the numbers. Give me the ending
give me 1
numbers
second,
of
please.
Biden's term.
Give me 1 second. We got 1.3 million barrels coming from my country, Venezuela, right now. Do you know that?
Where is your source on that?
What the fuck? He just keeps switching everything over.
You
Just
want
go
me
from
to
one
go
point
get
to
my
another,
other
to
cell
another,
phone,
to
or you can
another.
Google it out right now? I guess
another,
you
to
are on the
another, to
computer right now.
another.
You can search it out right now.
This was your claim. First off, stay on topic.
Yeah, that's my claim.
You said that we were drilling more than Biden, a lot more. Substantiate
Yes, sir.
that. You would have to have the numbers from what we drilled year after year, 2021 to 2025, January 2025, or ending 2024, compared to what we drilled in 2025, which you said is 13 point something million barrels.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So you want me to get my own cell phone, or you just gonna get
I want
your
you
own
to prove your
computer?
claim. Yeah.
Okay, give me 1 second. Let me get my other cell phone.
I fucking hate it here. Thank you guys for finally getting the likes over to 100K.
Tap, tap, tap the screen, y'all. Keep doing all of the good things. You know what? I think that if y'all, let's see. If y'all send Hector 5 galaxies, then we could do the thing. Y'all know what the thing is. I'll start it off. Give me 2 seconds.
If y'all do that,
Cause
do
what the
to
fuck?
Erica.
The fuck are we doing here?
Let's see. I think I know the answer to his question, but it's literally not even due to what the fuck you saying. Not you said.
He's wrong.
Oh my goodness. They don't know that Biden drilled more, Erica. They don't know.
Jeez Louise.
They
Yeah.
don't know.
No, they don't.
And they don't care.
Mm-mm.
How much did he say? He said 13 point something.
He said 13. Mm-hmm.
I can't wait for him to come back and give this answer.
Sunny days taking the clouds away.
Exports, LNG, everything. Anyway. He's still powering on his BlackBerry.
Not the BlackBerry.
Guys, if you're not following me, hit that follow button in the top left corner. We are live every Saturday after 3 p.m. CST and randomly throughout the week. Also, make sure that you guys are, I guess don't worry about the shares. We're about to wrap it up. Send your daily heartbeats upon doing so. Once you do that once a week, you get a couple cool stickers when you do, such as this one right here, 6,000%. Let's get Erica up to 3,000 coins and beyond. Also show her some love in the links in the bio. And then check out mine for the best ways to support the platform. Whether you're following me on all the social media, such as YouTube, that we're doing streaming to right now, or Instagram, where I post the videos I put up here, and the shorts, I guess, on YouTube. Join the Discord community, to which we are over 700 members strong, and that is free, but you may choose to subscribe there. Getting yourself some merch off the merch shop. We do have a couple new lines there, and we are still running the sale. HectorShops.com with 2 R's. Discount code WeAllWin for 10% off your entire order. And then finally, donating directly to the links in the bio. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. Hector Talks with 2 R's on Cash App and Venmo. PayPal, Hector Pal with 2 O's and 2 R's. If you're over on the Tube side, you may send a super chat or a super sticker. Those of you on the YouTube side, hit the like button up on the stream. Let's get that up to 100. Subscribe, turn on notification bells. If you want to support, send a super chat or a super sticker. What do you have on screen? What do you have on screen, sir?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought my microphone was on. So it's saying Biden did more permits to drill, right? Which is like surprising to me right now. But the agenda of Donald Trump, when he returned on the second term to 2025, has significantly accelerated federal permits, speeding beyond Biden's space.
What did I ask you to pull up? What did I ask you to pull up? What was your claim?
I don't know exactly.
Your claim wasn't about permits. It was about barrels drilled. It was about the amount we were getting on a daily basis. You said that Trump was drilling more. You said he was drilling substantially more than Biden. You mentioned 13 million specifically. I asked you to pull up what the numbers was under Biden, and then you compare it to the numbers under Trump. You're giving me fucking permits.
I'm looking for that right now. No problem. Let me see if I don't find it here. Let me look it up.
Y'all, I need therapy. Tonight's therapy is going to be in the form of, shit, it's too late for a boba. A tequila shot. Tonight's therapy is going to be in the form of a tequila shot. Oh, I know they need therapy, but I do too because I engage with them. That's going to be tonight's form of therapy. If you want to support the Tequila Shot Therapy Fund, links in the bio. While he takes another 5 minutes to pull up what I searched here in 5 seconds. What you got, Erica? Don Julio?
Don Julio, since the war is outside of my budget, right? I can only afford it when I go outside. And somebody else is paying for it. Why you laugh? That shit like $75. I don't want to spend $75 a bottle of that shit. I got cut water.
Erica said,
got cut water.
After 2025, the way my wallet was set up.
Since the war started. Give me a moment. No, but Mr. Global, I knew it. I finally found that video, right? Mr. Global made a video about the fact that the Trump administration has been lying about oil production numbers. He did it about 5 minutes ago. Unfortunately, it's 8 minutes long, so I'm actually listening to it again. But I remember Phil sharing it with me, so I'm listening to it again. But he's lying about the oil production numbers. It's not possible.
I know what video you're talking about. I could have sworn he had a shorter one, or maybe I saw a clip of that longer.
Yeah,
video.
he has a shorter one on TikTok, but I can't find it on TikTok. I found it on the tube.
I see. Well, yeah, TikTok be flagging everybody.
Since the war started.
I got issue right now with my number.
W's in the chat to the Taffy for the $10 super chat. I appreciate your support. Let's go! Thank you to Criven.
Thank you, Tech.
For the
that was very nice of you.
Meteor shower. Big W's to you, and thank you so much, Taffy. Did I say tariff? I think I said tariff, didn't I? I meant Taffy.
Now.
And W's in the chat to Taffy once again for the $10 super chat for the Tequila Shot Therapy Fund. Big W's to you, Taffy. I appreciate your support. W's in the chat to Latrice for the $5 cash app. We all need a shot. LOL. What shot we talking about? If we're still talking about the liquid ones, yes. If we're talking about immunization shots, yes, absolutely. We all need both of those. W's in the chat to you. Thank you so much for your support. Wait, I mean that kind of counts. Is on now. What's your source?
Yeah, I was fucking Google, man. I don't go to any other source. I just use regular Google, But you're right. I gotta give you that one.
What am I right on?
The average, it was 13 million at the Biden tour, which is surprising me because he tried to avoid drilling more oil. I don't know what in the hell. It's showing that information, but I gotta give you that one. It's on Google, 30 million. It's only different 600,000 right now. So I gotta give you that one.
Can you say you were wrong?
Well, I was wrong. Please, sir. It's fucking surprising. It's fucking surprising right now. Okay. It's the only difference is 600,000 gallons, but it's still fucking 50 million. Difference is that the one we're doing with my truck right now, 1.3.
Why you
I
lying?
gotta go search in this chat. I think Google is wrong.
I think I did add those drop stickers for the members. Oh shit, no, they didn't let me add it yet. I only have those 4. I think we got 2. So it said 2 more I can add another sticker, and then a few more I can add another sticker. So the next 2 stickers I add to YouTube will be the drop stickers. I'll add the drop stickers for the YouTubers. It's coming soon. It's coming soon. On that note, y'all, who we gonna raid? I'm tired. We've been live for over 3 hours, and I'm tired. Tired of these people. They did not bring their best today, Erica.
That one lady that I talked to today, the one that you ended up speaking with, and then Swan tried. Bruh, when I tell you she drained me, I was really no more good for the rest of the live. She was like the second or third call. It was crazy. It was a lot. Go get your shot, bro.
What got me up there was I remember her saying, because you asked her, you said, did you actually read her platform? Did you actually see her policies?
Mm-hmm.
She said, I did. She said multiple times. So I'm like, okay.
She did.
So then that's when I was like, all right, what did you disagree with? What didn't you like about it?
Tell us.
Nothing.
Nothing. She couldn't say what she didn't like. So I was like, okay, did you not vote for her because she was black? She said, no, not at all. No, that's not it. I said, what, is it because she's a woman? No, I actually like the idea that I would like to have a woman president. I said, okay, all right, fantastic. And then you ran through your questions with her, and she kept talking about Democrats, how the Democrats did Kamala wrong, so on and so forth. And I had asked her before you asked. I said, okay, so what exactly is it that Kamala Harris did wrong? She went back to the Democratic Party. Okay. You're blaming Kamala.
Well, Biden did this and this and this and that, and she was like,
so fucking annoying. Mm-hmm. Oh, I forgot to tell you the funny story, Hector. Oh, now my elbow cracked. When your joints don't work like they used to before. Okay. So here's what had happened. I did a little bit of MAGA hunting today. I just joined a panel for funsies, right? And I was talking to some guy, and oh my gosh, he cited this stat right here. He said, undocumented immigrants cost United States citizens $150 million a year. Not $150 billion a year.
Not that study.
Not when I tell you the chuckle I let out, I was like, the audacity of you to use the FAIR report, sir. Don't do that. And I told him, I said, it's either FAIR report or a CIS. Which one is it? Right? And he was trying to refuse to say. So he did this. He said, well, I'm getting it from DHS. And I was like, okay, so where's DHS getting it from? So then he went to like house.gov, right? And I said, house.gov. I was like, okay, they don't do the research. Where are you getting this from? And he was acting like he couldn't find the sources, right? And I said, find the sources. I need you to find the sources. He didn't do it. I said, okay, I know where you got this from. So I broke it down for him that he got it from FAIR or he got it from CIS. And then I also, yes, he was being purposely evasive, Q. And so then I let him know that both of those sites, all right, like CIS is a cousin of FAIR, and both of those are highly infactual or whatever. They have like low factuality or whatever it says. And I told him to go to mediabiasfactcheck.com to check out the site. He like stops talking, he goes on mute, and he's like gone for like a good like 3 or 4 minutes, right? when he comes back, he says, I used that website that you told me to use. I was like, okay, all right, what did it tell you? And he turns his camera on, and you see that it says highly factual, right? And I said highly factual. I said, did you put in the FAIR website or CIS? And I was like, no, what website did you use? Well, I used the website that you, no. What website did you put in? I'm trying to tell you. What website did you put in? Bruh, why he scroll up? Guess what website he put in?
What?
House.gov.
Ain't no fucking way.
Fucking way.
Ain't no fucking way.
House.gov.
Okay, I'm gonna say it.
I wish I had that recorded. That shit was funny.
I'm gonna say this, and the Trump supporters can't get mad at me because you guys don't like snowflakes, so don't be one yourselves. 77 million people who voted for Donald Trump are stupid. You're stupid. Are people a part of the 75 million who voted for Kamala Harris stupid? Yes, but politically, no. 77 million of you are in general stupid, but we're specifically talking about politically stupid. You guys are politically uneducated. And that's okay. I just wish you guys would be more honest about it. I wish you, when you saw these platforms where I do try to advocate for conversations and education versus telling you you're stupid, I wish you guys just ask more questions. That's it. That's it. When I got started on this platform, when I had no idea who to vote for, I started listening into lives. I started hearing the talking points and the sources, and then you know what I did with my secondary device? Quick Google search. This maggot said this. Oop, that's wrong. This leftist said this. That's true. This maggot said this. Oh, that's kind of true. Missing context. This leftist said this. One wrong word, but it's true. Right? And I'd verify everything before I got up on my panel for the first time. Before I started hosting entire fucking lives, I wanted to make sure I knew what I was talking about. You guys are so confidently wrong, and it's concerning. Absolutely concerning.
Very, 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 very. Robert K. Shushies. I'm just going to make you shushies because I don't like yappers. Even though Hector's ending, I don't like yappers, especially those that have been sent an invite.
I mean, yeah, we'll do one final call, but I'm tired. One final call. Y'all got 4 minutes. Y'all got 4 minutes if you are a Trump supporter to call in or request up on the box. You are the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, 270-295. Why did I say 270? 737-295-5321. Y'all got 4 minutes left, and then I'm ending.
And be like the final boss of MAGA. So like, know some shit.
Challenge me, bro. Prove me wrong. Record on your secondary device. Get ready to cook me. Give me something.
I know. Come cook a liberal. All right, that's what y'all like. Come cook a liberal. Come dog walk a liberal.
I'm gonna change my whole live name to that. Come cook a liberal. Episode 79.
Oh, do it, Hector. Do it. Come cook a liberal. Do that. That'd be so dope. Oh my gosh, you should make a thumbnail for it.
I hate those
funny
ass titles so much.
I know, but it's fucking hilarious though. Do it. They'll love it. That shit, it'll be like, it'll bring all the boys to the yard. I promise.
My goodness.
I'm gonna steal it if you don't do it. I just want to let you know that.
You can have it.
Okay, fantastic. And then it's stolen. It's mine now. Matter of fact, I'm about to work on it right now. I need something new for when I come back.
I see those titles. One leftist versus 1,000 MAGA chuds. What the fuck are we doing?
You shady as hell.
What the fuck are we
I'm
doing?
going on mute.
Like, bro. I mean, I get it. It's for the algorithm, but oh my God.
Bruh. Tap the screen, y'all. Tap the screen.
Oh, shit. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Y'all know I got love for my boy, but if you know, you know.
Biological Christian. Shout out to Caleb.
Oh, that's that Mr. Thomas thing? First time I heard that shit, I was dead, bro. What the fuck is a biological Christian?
I love Mr. Thomas. They came in today talking about some Eric Aquisha is afraid to debate me. Oh my God, my Mr. Thomas impression is awesome. Somebody go get Mr. Thomas right now. And I was like, you know what, Mr. Thomas? You're right. I am. I'm running. I'm running. Mr. Thomas is funny as hell.
I already know who
All
we
right.
raided, and we're gonna be messy with our raid, bro. Actually,
You gonna put
I was gonna say Hector Raid, but then I was just gonna say Hector Shade. But Bill's on it. Bill
no.
could use the people.
I was about to say you should put one liberal versus 1,000 MAGA terrorists. Put that shit in a thing. Just do that part. That shit funny. Oh my gosh. But no, please do. Let's raid Bill. Because Bill's fucking awesome.
Oh shit! That's crazy.
You should do that shit too.
I didn't know how he.
You know what?
He'd act like he didn't see it. Fucking bastard.
You know what? I'm doing that to you on Sunday. I don't know. I gotta go live before you on Sunday now. I have to. I don't care. I'm telling you that I'm gonna do that. I don't care.
Sunday I was planning to go live early. What time were you trying to go?
Oh fudge! I was gonna go like 2 my time, so that'd be 5. So yeah. You going early?
2 your time?
What's early for you?
Oh
yeah. I can really go
shooting for
anytime.
noon. Like 11, 12. That's what I'm trying to do.
Your time or mine?
My time.
Oh, okay, bet. Oh, that's in the morning for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be there with bells on. I don't know if I'll hang out or not, but I'll definitely be there with bells on to support and y'all stuff from the comments. Ask them this. Do this. And it's 9 o'clock. It's been 4 minutes. Please sing the song, Hector. It starts like this. It goes, I paid my dues. Time after time. Something, but committed no crime.
I said my sickness. Shit, what the fuck is the lyrics?
And their mistakes. Ha! I made a few. Something, but I climbed through.
I've paid my dues time after time. I've done my sentence, but committed no crime.
No crime.
And bad mistakes. I've made a few. I've had my share of sand kicked in my face, but I've come through.
I've come through.
Go on and on and on and on.
We are the champions, my friends.
Bow, bow, bow.
And we'll keep on fighting till the end.
Bow, 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 bow.
We are the champions.
We are the champions.
No time for Shauna, because Shauna is a hater.
All right, it's 11:01. We're done. How do I mute the host is crazy. Hold on. I saw a message. Hector, I like when you're live at this time because it's midnight for me and I struggle to sleep. Yeah, I don't. Let me be clear. I don't like going live after. I don't like being live anytime close to 8 p.m. I typically want my cutoff to be 8 p.m. So I typically try not to go live later than 5 p.m. But I had to cook today. I'm gonna snitch on myself a little bit. Y'all ever look back at your week spending, and you looked at what you spent on food, and you said, "No, we can't be doing this shit, bro." I don't know. I've just been off this week, so you cooked all night. You're funny, Matt. I was just looking at my bill here, and I said, "Nah, we gotta get groceries, bro. We gotta." We gotta get groceries, bros. But what I spent on food this week is, well, that's not true. It was just a bit over my weekly budget for groceries, and it wasn't as healthy. So yeah, no. So I got in my kitchen and cooked, and I do meal prep. So I'll get in here on a Friday or a Sunday or a Monday, and I'll cook for the week. So that's breakfast and dinner. So I'm in there for like 4 to 6 hours, depending on what I'm all doing. But when I'm done, I just warm it up. And go. It's super helpful.
But Hector, you know how much money I'm about to save because Bubs is with his dad?
$2,000.
I don't know about all that. Damn, he's expensive. He's not that expensive. But no, I really think that my budget for food this month, like groceries, is probably like $100 because I don't eat a lot. So all I need is grapes. As long as I have my grapes and my pepperoni and my cheese and some cashews, I'm good. And I know you and Shauna are gonna tell me, eat some food. I'm like, I did eat food. I had a charcuterie board. And you're like, that's not food, Erica. And I'm like, yes, it is. It's sustenance.
I'm not even.
It's a protein and it's cheese. It's like I got all the food groups, right? And fruit, I just need a veggie.
I'm not even gonna address any of that on live. I'm not doing it. The host is a moron, enough said, and you're a bitch ass nigga who won't call in. Ruth said, I hate cooking. That sounds like hell. So I love cooking. I grew up cooking from as early as I can remember. My mother said, I'm not raising boys who don't know how to cook. Get your ass in the kitchen. So I know how to cook and I love
I need to
cooking.
be more like your mom.
I don't like the time it takes to cook. That's what I don't like. That's what I don't like. It takes a lot of time.
John, like Bubba don't even like putting his on like chicken nuggets in the air fryer. he will not eat. He won't eat. Like I'm serious. He won't, man.
Is crazy.
He don't. And the thing is, he does. The other day, I think I told you the story. I think I told you and Shauna the story about how. What did he say? He told me that he was a grown man. He said, I'm a grown man. And I laughed. And I was like, how you a grown man? Like, bruh, if I wasn't even here right now and you had to cook yourself something to eat, what would you go do? And he was like, I can make a grilled cheese sandwich, but you don't ever buy bread. And he's right, I don't buy bread. So guess what I did, Hector? Yeah, I don't like having bread because it typically goes to waste. But I found that what's the brand? I think it's Nature's Own. Nature's Own does this thing now. They do half loaves, right? So I bought a half loaf of bread, right? I think it was a Hawaiian bread because he was like, I would just make myself a grilled cheese sandwich. I was like, okay, bet. I bought the bread, Hector. I bought the bread.
He ain't touched
I
that
bought
bread.
the bread over 3 weeks ago. That bread is gone now because he never touched it. He did not touch the bread. I said, you have to learn how to do these things and actually want to do them because I'm not going to be here for forever. But, you know, working with a differently abled kid, and I guess that's how you put it. But, like, that dude is it's fucking funny. I'm a grown man. That's okay.
See, I find
okay.
It's so the people who don't like meal prep is because I can't eat the same thing all week. I'm a very boring person. For the most part, what I cook is I just make sure it's tasty and it meets all my calorie, protein, and carb requirements. That's all I give a shit about. I can eat the same thing for weeks. I don't, but I could. And then typically what I'll do, I'll make like 6 days worth of food. So on the 7th day, that's when I go out and get food. And that will be like my trying something different, keeping the palate fresh thing that I do. I don't know. I'm weird. W's in the chat to Tariff. Why do I keep saying fucking Tariff? Taffy. For the $5 super chat. Taffy said freeze your bread.
Yes. You are absolutely right, Taffy. My dad does that. He'll buy like 2 big loaves of bread and he'll freeze one. Well, that's when there's more people in the house. Now it's just him and my mom, so they don't even buy a lot of food either because there's that. Like, I'm trying to tell you. I don't know.
I'm finna
it's Bubba. He eat a lot.
I'm gonna start making my own bread.
That'd be cool. Something cool to learn how to do would be making your own bread. I want to learn how to do like a sourdough starter, but I heard that those can be really, really tricky and finicky.
Taffy beats Tariff. I know how to make bread. I bake bread with my mother every week growing up. I just need her specific recipe. Like I said, I can do it. I can do it all, y'all. Don't get any fucking ideas, but I can do it all.
Your bread ain't moist.
What?
Text said just make sure your bread ain't moist.
Ain't moist? Was not supposed to be wet.
I don't want moist bread.
Sounds gross.
It's disgusting. Ugh.
That sounds gross.
Yeah. I know Bub's a little foodie. Papable asks, does he like same food? No. He is definitely a little foodie. He has a really, really fantastic palate. Like he knows about like umami and the bitters and like the sweets and all that shit like that. He be picking out the flavors and stuff. And I'm just like, Yeah, it tastes good.
I knew that was
Freaking
coming.
awesome.
I knew that was coming. I hate the word moist. I knew somebody was going to say it. I knew somebody was going to say it.
Because it's an awful word.
I love the word moist. I absolutely love it. It's a
Why?
fantastic word. There's
Why?
the right things need to be moist.
Get the
What's
hell
up,
away from me.
Oslo?
Hi, Oslo. The fuck? Oslo said I'm bi, so I like you mommy and you zaddy.
That's diabolical, Oslo. That's diabolical.
Oslo! That was funny as hell.
All right, we gotta go. So those of you on the YouTube side, we're gonna go raid Peanut Head. So when you guys go in there, I don't want you to say Hector Raid. I don't want you to say Hector Raid. I want you to say Hector Shade. Okay. So you don't have to go over there. The second I end this live, it's gonna redirect you to Santana's live and just say Hector Shade. Just say Hector Shade. That's all I need to say. Hector Shade, not Hector Raid, Hector Shade. W's in the chat to all of you over on the YouTube side. Please make sure you hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe and turn on notification
Lies.
bells.
Put one liver versus 1,000 mega
God.
chuds.
Hector Shade. All right. Thank you for the likes, the shares, the comments, the subscriptions, the super chats, the super stickers, and the new members. If you'd like to become a member, if you like everything that we're doing here and you want to support the stream and have us continuously do this some more, hit that membership button on your way out. But yeah, like I said, stay right here. Once I end this live, it's going to take you to his. Make sure you say Hector Shade, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow after